Visionary Minds Public Relations and Media is a proud sponsor of CA Media Podcast. Be sure to get all your publicity, digital marketing, writing, media consulting services by emailing visionarymindsny@gmail.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. This podcast will be about my journey throughout my adult life. I will bring my friends, and there will be some episode in which I will be alone to speak about what's on my mind. Topics will range from society, culture, sports, relationships, and so much more. There's nothing off limits on the CA Media Podcast. So, as you come into my world to listen to my podcast, feel free to know that this is a safe space and a personal space to bring your family and friends to listen to the CA Media Podcast. So come and join this ride with me, and as always, this is the show that allows you to come in your most unique, authentic way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I am your host, guest, Clyde Anderson, and it's that time of the year again. It's WrestleMania week. It's WrestleMania 41. It's our prediction preview show. The show is brought to you by Visionary Minds Public Relations and Media. If you have any media consultations or inquiries, you can contact Tammy Reese at visionarymindsny@gmail.com, and she would gladly get in contact with you. Alexis, you're the host. Let's break the show down. Everybody can introduce themselves if they desire, and then Alexis will take control of the show.
Okay, well, I'm Alexis. I'm your host for this lovely episode discussing the two-night WrestleMania 41 taking place in the most famous area in the world, Las Vegas. Jack.
Again on the podcast. You all know me, AOA Zeno at Instagram. And yeah, ready for WrestleMania. It's been a great build, even though there's been some room to be desired. We'll get into that. But yeah, no, very excited for WrestleMania. So much to look forward to. A lot of unpredictability.
Kasim.
Oh, well, I was going to let Tara go ladies first, but yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, ladies first.
My bad.
Go ahead, Dara.
All right, guys. Hi, my name is Dara. This is my first podcast. I love wrestling. I'm a very big fan, and I'm so happy to be a part of the group.
Yep. Kasim here. You call me Sim, call me whatever. Enjoy these podcasts. Enjoy wrestling. Very nostalgic for me, and to be an adult with grown man money, to have still a child mindset, fantastic.
Okay, so let's not wait. Let's dive right in. So night one, we have tag team match, War Raiders versus the New Day. Sucks.
Wow. No,
How we feeling?
They're my guys. I guess I'll start since I said they're my guys. I love the New Day. I love the War Raiders. They're both.
I'm not sure what happened to Jack.
Audio went out.
My audio went out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, now I'm back. All right, but yeah, I was saying, sorry. I don't know why that happened. But yeah, the New Day need to win this match. I think Kofi was my pick as when we were doing this pre-2025 predictions. I said that he was my dark horse to go on a huge heel run and maybe even win the world title. And I still think that's a little out of the question, but at the same time, not completely out of the realm. And it starts here tonight. They're going to get the titles, get a big win, and start this real heel run. But yeah.
Okay. So fun fact, Kofi has a 2-10 record at WrestleMania, and Woods is 0-5.
Oh.
Yay.
Exactly.
I do not think they're winning this tag match, if we're going to be completely honest. I don't see it.
Another L.
And if they do, I would be pleasantly surprised, but I don't see them winning. And maybe this will start the drift of the New Day actually separating. Because
Right.
I feel like they planted the seeds for that for a while, and then they stopped with that storyline, and then they went back to it again, but I don't see them winning this championship.
Yeah.
I believe, I don't know. I know he doesn't wrestle anymore, Big E, but I'm thinking he's gonna come back and do some type of interference.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
Yes,
Cena.
and make them lose. He's gonna help him win the title, or I think they're gonna lose it. They're not gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. Damn, it's 2 against them.
My thoughts, knowing that Kofi is like second most active wrestler with the loss at WrestleMania with 10, and Xavier doesn't have a WrestleMania win, and the War Raiders has been champion since December, so I'm thinking it's time for the New Day to really start that hill run, and it starts at WrestleMania. And I think I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say Xavier gets the pinfall victory to finally get his first WrestleMania win.
Nice, yeah.
And this will be the New Day's first WrestleMania win in general, if you think about it.
Yeah, because no, they weren't in that ladder match. Were they?
No,
No.
Hardy Boys. They were
The
just
Hardy Boys?
the host.
Yeah,
33, yeah, 33, yeah,
Talking about that
33,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was there. Yeah, New Day didn't. It was the Hardys, the greatest one, the greatest pops in WrestleMania history. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable, aka
Hold on. He's
El
fighting Chad
Grande
Gable.
Americano, which
I don't
sounds
think Gable's on the card.
I have mixed feelings about this. I don't like how they put this match in for WrestleMania.
Gracias.
2 things. I'm in my feelings. Carmelo Hayes isn't on the card, but we got Mr. Starbucks himself, El Grande Americano here. But I'm gonna put it all on Rey Mysterio, and hopefully we get an unmasking actually showing us that this is Chad Gable.
What?
That would be great.
Right.
Where are you getting this Chad Gable theory from? I don't know. But yes.
Interesting.
Don't want to jump in.
Unless it's Chad Gable's cousin, that's definitely Chad Gable himself who's gonna act like that's not him, but okay.
In all reality here, back to that place. I guess I'll go back to it. Chad is a great wrestler, Ray, and then they're gonna maybe steal the show. I'm gonna be honest. Like you said, maybe they don't deserve to be on the card, but
Again. Yeah, what you said, Jack?
Man started cooking and then boom.
No, man, audio again? Like, what's going on? But what I was saying is if Chad Gable is going to go on this journey to find out how to beat a luchador and like earn this mask, potentially go all in on this whole storyline, he's got to at least beat Rey Mysterio. I think they could still do the unmasking, but after Chad Gable wins, then we could have the whole LWO come out and help him out, have a whole Alpha Academy versus them brawl. Eventually they do unmask him, still get the big pop, but I think Gable's going to get the big win on his first singles match at WrestleMania.
So I have my bets on the Hall of Famer.
Not a bad place to put it. Yeah, I love Ray. One of my all-time favorites.
I mean,
I don't know.
I would like to see the Spanish Chad Gable get a win. It would just be good for storytelling.
Yes.
Because he's a terror. However you look at it, he's a terror, he's a menace. So it's just, he's a Spanish luchador, Mexican luchador heel, which is like, I'm like, come on, that's like interesting storytelling. You got to give him something. Yeah, you got to give him something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ray is good to put him over because Ray understands the business and what it means. So if anyone could put him over, I think it could be Ray to help with the storytelling.
Good Lord. I can't get past the Starbucks menu item of the tape. Like, who did that?
He probably picked it
They
just to be like, "Hey, if I'm gonna be a luchador, let's go all in."
a big American. Like that doesn't that literally translate to a big American?
I
Yeah, like I don't know. That's
I don't want to disclose my Starbucks order, but you know.
you probably the line be too long. That's why I don't go there. All right, Dara, what do you think?
You know, I'm a big Rey Mysterio fan. I feel like just because he has longevity, they're going to give it to him. But, you know, I'm not too familiar with Chad Gable and his whole thing, but Rey, I think Rey might take this one.
See? Hall of Famer.
I always love the Hall of Famers, especially if they can still wrestle.
One thing Ray gonna do is keep himself in a card. He got to get that check.
Yes.
I ain't mad at it. Not even mad. Okay, so my match that I can't wait for.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got Rey Mysterio winning too. He's going to be the third wrestler. 10 victories at WrestleMania. Surprisingly.
Not
Let's go.
surprisingly.
Yeah, on the low. And out of the 16 matches he'll be in, he'll be like the second quickest.
That's
like
great,
to
right?
10 victories, man. Like that's crazy.
Oh, Undertaker. That's what you put on a.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Biggest little man.
The biggest little man. That's right.
All of
So
wrestling
we have two history making. I'm actually super excited for this match. Two Black women making history. First time ever singles match that does not include a title. Jade Cargill and my twin, Naomi. Y'all know I'm going for Naomi. I have to.
I personally like Naomi as the heel. I'm sorry.
Me too. I love Naomi as a heel. I feel like that she's finally getting her second win after her title run. I love it. I think it's great.
Dweez.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Corporate Dweez.
Hey, yo.
Dweez.
Hey, yo. Better late than never, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here. I'm in the building like I never left. Listen, let's just pick up where y'all at. Where we at?
Naomi and Jade, who you got?
Oh, man. First of all, let me just say, as much as I love Jade, she's still trash in the ring. Love her to death. She's fine in the mug, though. I will get out to it. She's finer than the ooh-wee. But I know they're gonna give it to her though, because it's her first WrestleMania. This you see the writings on the wall. That's all I got.
Yeah, you make a good point right there.
He does make a good point.
A very compelling argument.
As much as I want Naomi to win, because
if Naomi could put it out, I love Naomi. That's my boo. But I'm telling you, Jay, this her first. They trying to push her. She about to turn heel after this. She about to go after Bianca. Bianca probably going, and she gonna go after Bianca. She not gonna get that championship though. She gotta be there for another year and a half. You know how it goes. Y'all know the rules with this. I ain't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Who's going with Jay besides Lord Dweez?
Was that who's going with
Jade?
With Jade?
I mean, shout out to the Performance Center. They really
I feel like
her mic skills are still mid. I don't care what somebody tried to argue me down with that the other day, and I was like, no, it looks very forced. Like that promo that they cut on Monday, very forced, but she looked good in the ring. Yeah. She looked good. I will give her that part. Naomi looking thicker than a bowl of grits, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
No booty, no injections, no BB.
All natural. Oh, she's all natural.
That's all natural.
It's all natural from Big Jim. Okay.
Big Jim.
Yeah.
They don't call it the Samoan drop for nothing.
I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going with Naomi. I don't think, and even if dude even if Jay pulls the big W, shout out to Bianca and Naomi for planting the seeds while you were on vacation during the holiday season.
That part.
Yeah.
At the Performance Center, because
I still think Naomi has to carry her through and call the spots to make sure she don't miss them.
Of course, that's what the hell's supposed
Because
to do.
Naomi's going to help her out big
It's the
time.
best.
But I still think Naomi takes it in the end.
I just want to make sure y'all count when y'all watching that match. I guarantee it's going to be approximately 11 botches from Jade in that match. Y'all just count. Y'all just count when y'all see it.
in Bop City. I was watching Monday and I was like, whoa. Whoa. Angle the camera differently. Like, y'all can't be doing this a week away from me. Unacceptable.
All right.
Out of pocket.
La Dweez, you got a couple of matches we've already passed. You got the Ray versus El Grande Americano. Who you got winning?
Oh, yeah. So I really need Chad to get that dub.
Yeah.
What it is.
Gracias.
I need Chad to get that done. Ray did everything that he needed to do. He just paying it forward right now at this point. That's it. Just pay it forward, Ray. It's time for you to pack it up because he ain't getting no more championships. Ray, I love Ray. It's time for him to go to the crib and be a grandpa. On God.
And we got the Raw Raiders. I'm sorry, and the New Day. Who you got?
I mean, I'm not looking forward to this match. So I'm just gonna pick New Day. I ain't got no context when it comes to that. I don't.
New Day.
All right, Alexis.
Still wrong.
All right.
Lexi.
So moving on to the Samoan Werewolf and LA Knight.
Yeah.
This is a singles match for the WWE United States Championship. Fun facts, this will be Jacob Fatu's WrestleMania debut. And this will be LA Knight's first time defending his title at WrestleMania. Really a history-making WrestleMania. I am torn.
I got LA Knight only because, first of all, he gives me Stone Cold vibes, so that's why I'm rocking with him. But I got LA Knight. I think I like Jacob too, but I feel like LA. He's been wanting it. They had him, they had him going for a while where he built all that momentum, and I felt like he stopped for a minute. So I think they're gonna let him continue on.
I think we're gonna see something happen in this match. I know LA Knight dropped to Shinsuke. He got his title back. In order for LA Knight to win this match, something has to happen when it comes to the Timu bloodline and Jacob.
Yes.
Something is going to happen
Of
to cause LA Knight to keep the title.
Yeah. Solo interference,
perfect
a
world.
Samoan spike or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like something is going to interfere in some way, shape, or form. Because if we think of like in a perfect world, absolutely Jacob Fatu could win, without a doubt.
Yeah.
We know you beat the brakes off LA Knight.
He's the
But
main eventer of WrestleMania, I think, Jacob Fatu.
yes, but
In time.
something's interfering in this match. I'm just excited to see how it's going to play out. I know it has a lot to do with our boy Solo. And they've been planting the seeds for that for a minute, but something's going to interfere in this match that's going to have LA Knight keep his championship.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
going to be Solo.
Yes.
Solo's going to interfere and cause Jacob to crash out, and Jacob's going to want to get his get back against Solo, and that's going to set it up for something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tomatonga is just going to go with Jacob anyway. Then Solo will be Solo.
Yeah. And I fully agree. I think Solo Sikoa is going to cost Jacob Fatu the title.
Listen.
It'll look good at first, and then the big thing happens. What's up, Dweez?
Yeah, so Solo, I'm sorry if I'm breaking in and out, y'all. I'm traveling. But Solo, he's jealous of Jacob. Jacob got way too much swag, man. He got too much swag in his bag. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no break. You know what I'm saying? He was locked up in that box. You know what I mean? Like, stop playing with my man, yo. Although, it's too early. It's too early for him to get anything. You know what I'm saying? He just pulled up there. So he gotta have more storylines, and then they're gonna let him be the IC champion a little bit. Give him some time. He's gonna get switched over.
Yeah, that's definitely the next thing. Putting a title on him this early is like, again, Carmelo Hayes don't have no title on him, and he's been here for like a year now. So no, we can't put the title on Jacob this early.
Pretty much.
I'll be very much in my feelings.
Word. Carmelo's way better. They won't let him loose. That's a whole nother story, though. I'm done.
That part, we're gonna have to deep dive into that because I have some thoughts, like what is actually happening.
I have Jacob winning. I don't know why.
You know,
I just don't.
Okay, you will be an underdog, no problem.
Yeah.
Definitely not crazy for him to win. Just get the big win right out.
I would be happy if he went on some real, but I know the truth, though. I know the truth.
He's basically saying stop being the Lulu.
Yo, where our booker at, yo? Where Nova at, yo?
Oh, he's coming.
He coming back.
Where's the Dusty at?
I know he low-key a rider. You know he low-key a rider. He just not telling us that he in Connecticut right now, putting the last dots and crossing his T's on the rest of the car. He's not gonna tell us. He's gonna tell us he's taking a train. But you know what it is.
Listen, I'm here, guys. I had to come back in the building. So if I'm being quiet, but I'm still here.
Oh,
Back in the building.
Secure the back. All right. So the match, I'm interested. I'll say that. We have Tiffany Stratton versus the OG Charlotte Flair.
Can I just say something, disclaimer wise? Charlotte, I'm sorry. Her knee.
You mean Ashley?
Ashley.
Yeah, well,
it's Ashley and Jessica.
Yeah, no, that's
her knee is not as good as I think they want to portray.
No, it's not.
Because when you see all her other matches, she was calling, like they had to call the spots for her because of the moves she had to do. I think they're going to restrict Tiffany Stratton. That's what they're going to do. They're going to restrict her because she's going to move around way too much. It'd be too much for Charlotte to handle in the ring.
Yeah. So Charlotte.
I see Tiffany Stratton getting screwed out of her title. That's how I see it.
I mean, wait, before we jump into that, fun fact, Charlotte has lost every odd WrestleMania match she's ever had. If Jessica, aka Tiffany, does lose, it'll be solely because how she went off script during SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
If they end up taking the title, it's because of that. And I only say that because I don't know if y'all actually watched the interview of Charlotte that came on the Sherry Show, but I watched it while I was in the gym. And Charlotte's knee is not good. She forced herself basically to come back because everything around her was falling apart. Like she went into it. So for you to now kind of like bring that and just start using that as like your jabs because you're terrible on the mic and you get off the crowd will be the sole reason why Charlotte ends up pulling rank and like, listen, she's dropping a title to me. Point blank period.
That would be good because then Becky Lynch comes back and takes it.
Becky Lynch is coming back.
We're not going back to 2019. All right.
No, that would
Becky's not coming back.
She's not coming back. She did an interview. What's today? Last week, Thursday, I believe, or Friday, and she spoke on it. She's like, I'm not a wrestler, but my husband is. She's not coming back.
Oh no!
She'll definitely pop in here or there. I'm sure it's not over. She'll have a retirement match at the very least.
But my thing with that, I'm not even mad at it because I feel like the women's division is so stacked that not everyone is used correctly. It wouldn't make any sense for Becky Lynch to come back. You have so many women with potential on the card that you're not pushing
Like
fix that
Alexis
her.
Bliss. What happened to her?
Alexa Bliss.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Have B-Fab, which I'm starting to see in the ring more. Cool. Like there's so many women that are just super talented that deserve that spotlight. I don't need to see Becky Lynch right now. And I felt the same with Charlotte when I was like, yo, I don't understand why you, like, I understand why you came back, but did you really need to come back? No. Let some of the other women have it. And then NXT is stacked. Like, I don't need to see her right now.
I think the book is back.
Yes,
Hi, Ray Sean. Since you're back.
Yeah.
Tiffany
trash. Tiffany trash.
Hey, what's up?
Charlotte built like a, I don't even know. I can't even start. She trash. Throw away the whole match. It don't even matter who wins. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. That's all I got.
Flip a coin, heads, whoever, tells whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, just.
I don't want it to be whoever wins. I don't want it to be Charlotte. And the reason why I don't want it to be Charlotte is because I'm sick and tired of her burying the women's division.
But
I feel like they put the belt on Tiffany too early. It kind of gives me. Remember when Roman first hit the main event scene?
2013, 2014, 15, yep.
Yes, it kind of gives me that vibe. Like she's being forced upon us. Like, here, this is your new champion. This is your new face. Take it.
Yeah.
And that's where Seth came in.
Monica Lewinsky.
That's the same thing they did to what's old boy? Oh, Grayson. No, what is his name? Jesus.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. That's what
when he first came in.
That's what Vince did. Here's the title. Boom. There's your champ. And it's like, what? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, and it feels too much like that. And I think that's why we can't get behind it. And then having Charlotte come back and the first thing she does is go after a title. To put a title on her right now, it's like crazy. Like, why would you put the title on her and she's been gone? At least build her up. Like, I hate when they do that with her. I hate when they do it with Becky. But then you have somebody like Bianca who's sitting there and is a workhorse, and you don't put a title on her.
True.
Or you put a title on her to level up other women who had to go to the performance center. But
that's neither here or there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it kind of takes away the legitimacy of her run by like putting it on her so soon, and then you're forcing a returning Charlotte to go at her, and it's like Tiffany's kind of in a lose-lose situation. And the reason I say she's in a lose-lose situation is because if she loses, what's next? Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
back to the kids.
like where does she go from there? Like she loses, where does she go? But
She gets back on that chase.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. The chase isn't gonna look the same because remember what she had to go through to even get where she is now. Like she had to ride Nia's coattails.
That's the thing. You burned so many bridges. You couldn't even put her in a tag with anybody because it's like, all right, it's gonna be one of those like we saw on Friday where you got these random forced tag teams trying to go for a title. Like it wouldn't make sense. So where does she go? What does she do?
Honestly,
exactly.
You make a good point, but I still feel like, sorry, if you still want to continue or
yeah,
I'm gonna jump in.
No. I was saying because then it like okay, she loses and we those were this, but now if she wins, like the women's division over there is like shit.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, in terms of like current challengers right now.
Yeah. It's like where do you go from here?
And it goes back to me saying there's a bunch of talented women who are being used inadequately. It makes it look like now what?
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
His audio freezes up when he talks.
It's Jack. It's a promo.
What? What do you mean it's a promo?
That was a John Cena reference to Roman.
Had to put it on your wrist. Listen, I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to jump ahead of the gun, right? I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to jump ahead of the gun. But listen, y'all, listen. I'm gonna have to depart in a second. I'm gonna have to depart. But only thing I want to say is,
I was trying to come pick you up
Brock
from work.
Lesnar. That's all I gotta say.
Brock Lesnar ain't coming nowhere until he's over with that lawsuit.
I'm telling you.
I think, honestly, that Paul is going to turn on all of us.
Wait, hold that thought, Dara. Hold that thought. Wait.
Let Joe say what you guys say. We will go to those matches because you got to depart.
Listen, I'm about to depart right now. I got to where I gotta go to. I just want to leave that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say. Paul,
No,
Brock, boom.
Like no, Roman, not Roman. No, Cody Cena reference prediction before you depart.
Yo, oh yeah, oh man. Listen, if Johnny Bartholomew crash out, Cena don't get that chip right, I'm gonna crash out.
Not crash out. You gonna crash out in your living room?
I'm gonna crash out in my suit. That's the whole thing.
When is that? Easter Sunday? You gonna crash out on Easter?
Crash out, and it's 420. You gotta pick a side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pick a side. On both sides. Listen.
Enjoy the work of the Lord on this Last Supper Wednesday.
You know what I'm saying? Blessings to y'all. I'm sorry I gotta go, but the post show, I'm all up in there. Pause. I'm gonna holler at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call me, I'm gonna call y'all on some real.
Bye.
Hey, yo, Dweez, before you go, I just want to say you looking good there, my brother.
Hey, yo, I woke up like this. Stop playing with me. Like, nah, I'm just playing. Good luck, fam. Good luck, fam. I appreciate that.
No doubt.
All right, y'all.
All right.
So we had Jay and Gunther, correct?
Huh?
We had Jay and Gunther, right?
Yes, my man. Yeet. All right. So Gunther versus Jey Uso singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Y'all already know where I'm going. So fun facts: Gunther versus Uso will be the second WrestleMania in which a Rumble winner hasn't main evented this year's WrestleMania since 2020. I saw a lot of discourse online, and I tried to do some digging. I think we became very accustomed to the WrestleMania winners main eventing, but I don't think it was always a main event. I think it was just a guaranteed shot at a championship. You ain't necessarily have the main event.
Oh, they definitely have always said that the winner of the Royal Rumble main event's WrestleMania. It's just they don't do that.
I disagree. Yeah, because I remember back in the 90s, remember Mankind, he came out 3 different Mick Foley, he came out as Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind because he wanted to give himself 3 chances to main event WrestleMania, and he still lost. And then like he said he wanted to give himself the best chance to main event WrestleMania, and this was his best shot at main event in WrestleMania. And then
that didn't happen until 2 years later at WrestleMania 2000.
Yes.
But before that, let's go back to 1997 Royal Rumble where Stone Cold won, right? Technically Brett won, right? But he didn't win, right? Austin won, and Gorilla Monsoon had to create a fatal 4-way where the winner will go on and challenge the World Wrestling Federation champion at the time, WWF, at WrestleMania 13. And then we all know how Michaels faked the knee injury and relinquished the title. And that match wind up being a fatal 4-way at In Your House before WrestleMania 13, where I think Brett won, right? Brett won the title, then Sid wound up winning the next night on Raw. And it was Taker versus Sid at WrestleMania 13 that main evented. But we all know what match is remembered for at WrestleMania 13, and which will be inducted this Friday. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So as y'all were talking, I was just looking it up again just to see. So apparently, up until one point, that's what it was since 1993.
Yeah.
And what I think is happening now, which they don't want to say, is y'all favorite uncle, Papa H,
Papa
is
H.
going
Papa
by,
H.
right, is going by what's drawing attention, which means what does everyone want to see? That's what we're going to main event.
Yeah,
And that's fair.
it's what sells.
Deep down inside, I really hope they do not use this as an opener, which I don't think they would. I think one of the tag matches should be the opener, or like the Rey Mysterio match should be the opener. Maybe this will be like a co-main event. But I do have my boy Jey Uso securing the W at WrestleMania.
Yeet.
Only because if y'all watch Saturday Night Main Event when Gunther and Jay had that match, Jay was supposed to win that. I think that was our little preview of what's going to happen at Mania. I see Jey Uso bringing home the championship.
All right. Remember on the podcast, I was like at before the Rumble, right? I was like when Jay stood on that announce table, he cut that promo and dropped that mic. And I said he was going to win at the Royal Rumble, right? You recall that? What happened Monday? Got back on that mic. He got on that announcer table, cut a promo, dropped that mic. Jay's winning at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's winning.
He's gotta. We can't just drop the ball on him now.
And honestly, he needs to win because this Gunther reign, my God, I've never been so bored in my life.
Yeah, because
it's
he
time.
hasn't really fought anyone.
It hasn't.
Gunther is the worst part-time champion ever.
That's the thing. Like the title needed to go back to somebody. It went back to him. Great, thank you. Next, let's move on, and he can go spend time with his. I don't know. But
Yeah,
I'm
no,
over
Ray
it.
definitely. He's got it in the bag.
Yeah.
And I
They
hope
gotta
they
finally
don't cut his
give Jay
reign
a
short
chance.
either. I don't want to see no like 60-day reign from Jey Uso. I want like a nice 6-month, 100 and something days like they've been doing. Everybody else dragging out these little championships for months and months and months. Don't go cutting my man's championship short like they did with the IC title. That pissed me off real bad.
I think Jay's gonna hold it to SummerSlam, and that's gonna take it. I think Logan Paul's gonna take it off him, but that's 6 months down the road. But let's go ahead.
That is one heck of a
Nah,
random.
it's not. That's not random because if you think they're booking for WrestleMania 42 right now, and if you listen to Heyman on the Impulsive podcast, they setting up Logan Paul for WrestleMania 42. Trust me. Watch.
Well, we still got the Prime ringside, the Nasty Prime. Yeah. I think didn't Jay walk out? Oh no, he walked away with Prime in his hand. So,
hey, the little nuggets they say.
Literally the little Easter eggs. I'm like, oh, just grab a Nasty Prime. Cool, no problem. So we all with Jey Uso on the
Yeet.
Okay. So I have 2 theories about this match. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I got 2 theories about this match, and one of them kind of scares me for Jey Uso, and this is why. So in one theory, I have it where Jey is winning, right? And the reason why I say like the second one scares me is because I also feel like WWE likes to tell the same story twice. And I feel like, what if they're telling the story of like, even though it wouldn't make sense to redo it, but remember when Jimmy threw Jay out of the Roman match?
Yeah, he pulled it
Like,
at SummerSlam 23. Yep.
yeah, and this is the same setup. Roman injured Jimmy. He's missing in action, and Jay going for a title.
Nah, you think?
Yo, you don't want yo.
I wish
Yo,
my
yo,
I
that
was just about to bring up. We also have to factor that Jimmy's MIA. So are we going to see where Jimmy helps his brother in winning a title, or are we going to
interferes with it?
It interferes and messes him up? Because remember, last year WrestleMania, Jimmy and Jay's match got cut short, and that match was not supposed to go how it was supposed to go.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer gave that match half a star, I believe.
Yeah, that was like one of the worst matches of the night, which I don't do my
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
That's what I'm saying. What role does Jimmy play in this? Because
the way it's set up,
taking him out.
The way it's set up, I think it's clear that Jimmy should be the guy to help Jay win the title. Like they're
technically, that's
having him
how
try
it
that.
should go. That's how the bloodline has done it in the past. How many times has the bloodline helped Roman retain?
Yeah, exactly.
In the last 4 years.
It's got to happen that way. Like they're just going to make Jay kind of look like a coward if he loses. I mean,
don't get me wrong, Jay can do it by himself, but we also have to factor in.
No, I believe Jay can do it by himself, and I feel like that's the way Jay wants to do.
But Jimmy may interfere to some extent.
Because a part of me feels like I feel like the way it works is if like they cut a really like a small bit and get in the beginning, like, oh yeah, I want to do this by myself. Like, but then it makes sense. And at that point, the only way I see Jimmy getting involved if he tells them that he wants to do it by himself is if somebody like Kaiser gets involved, which I also don't see happening.
Unless Jimmy just jumps Gunther backstage before the match or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like if he jumped him backstage, that would say that Gunther's going to win because now he has to overcome a lot. Because it doesn't legitimize Jay. It doesn't legitimize Jay as a champion, and it wouldn't legitimize him as a champion in his time because he didn't win. He didn't beat Gunther at full strength. That's why I think this whole build-up is for him to like do what Sammy did. Remember how many times Sammy lost the Intercontinental title before he finally beat him at WrestleMania. And I think this is what they're setting up. And I think this is a bad track record for Gunther. Like,
correct. Mm-hmm. Like 2 years in a row, like you lose the IC title at WrestleMania, then you lose the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. When are you going to have your WrestleMania moment? But then again, he was like, I don't care where I'm at on the card at WrestleMania. As long as my family's getting fed and I have a good career, that's what matters. And he does got a point, but you want to be known for these moments, especially at WrestleMania. This is your company's marquee event and one of the sports marquee events of the year. So you want to have those moments. But then again, Sean took a lot of losses at WrestleMania himself, 6-11, and he is known for his performances at WrestleMania. So I could kind of relate to where Gunther head is at. He want to be known for the performance, which he is. He is a great, not great. He's an amazing technical wrestler and wrestler in general. But yeah, it's just the mic skills that could be worked on. But who on the roster could really go toe to toe with Gunther in the ring? Let's be serious.
Yeah, no, exactly. Gunther's pretty much got it all. The mic skills maybe a little bit to be desired, but that's why he's got Kaiser.
Randy.
If they treated Gunther the way they used to do Brock, he would be amazing. Like, remember when Brock, he wouldn't say anything. He would sit there and look at me, and Heyman would say everything. If they did that for Gunther, he would have an amazing run. Like, I think him as a heel with a Paul Heyman type manager would do wonders for his career. Like, because he has the in-scale ability. That's like, you know, because later in Brock's career became like the same thing. Like, oh, suplex.
Suplex City, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of transitioned him, to be it. You know,
Gunther does drop the title. Where does he go? What's next? Besides a vacation, because I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think Gunther gets a vacation. I would feel like when Gunther comes back, it's like I feel like, and I hate to say this, I feel like, and when I say Jay's about to be the transitional champion, like, you know, Drew and Priest got their feud going on, right? This is to occupy them while the titles had at WrestleMania. But eventually, one of those guys are going to be in the main event picture again without the other. A lot of these guys are going to be in the picture without the rivals that they are in with it now. Like, for instance, CM Punk, where did he go after Mania? Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Like, there's stories to be told there, and I feel like when Gunther returns, whoever is a champion will be Gunther's next opponent. Like it's not going to bury Gunther because he's so good in it.
Yeah, like the point of a heel is to put the babyface over at the end of the day, and Gunther is doing exactly that. Like, he is a formidable challenger that Jay is going to have to overcome. All the kids are looking forward to this match. They have a lot of doubts that Jay could actually beat Gunther, and then hopefully he's going to actually do it. And that's kind of the whole story of wrestling. That's the classic tale of the good guy overcoming Goliath. You know, David and Goliath.
He has his WrestleMania moment. He slayed the Gunther, and then after that, the next PLE, he could lose it. Gunther's back in there with someone else.
No.
Pretty much.
No,
Maybe not the next PLE.
Not the next one, but I mean, after several months.
SummerSlam.
Like I said, SummerSlam against Logan Paul.
Next PLE, you gotta keep in mind, the next PLE is Backlash, but if you go on the rankings of important PLEs, it's SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Backlash is like the one they just stick in there. It's like, all right, we need another one for contractual reasons. Cool, here you go.
Oh yeah, don't forget, you know, Money in the Bank is ranked up to be one of those top five as well.
WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, because that's, you know, bring contract, cashing at any time. SummerSlam. So
yeah, and that's why I feel like, and even if he drops it, I feel like he's gonna drop it, and I don't feel like whoever wins it at SummerSlam, whoever wins the title at SummerSlam, isn't gonna keep it at SummerSlam.
You're gonna get cashed on.
I'm telling you, Jay versus Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
It could very well be that, or I think the other way that it's gonna go is it's gonna be Jay versus somebody else, and Logan is gonna win Money in the Bank.
Oh, to cash in? Yeah.
Yes.
I could totally see Logan winning Money in the Bank.
Yes, that's
on a technicality or something, because he.
I see him outright. I see him
winning. Because Logan Paul is one of those like high flyer, like he's really reminds me of like a Jeff Hardy 2.0. He's one of those when it comes to the ring. So if Logan Paul would win Money in the Bank, it
wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't have to be a technicality. I think Logan wins Money in the Bank like straight up, and when he wins, I think SummerSlam is when he cashes in. I think because you know he likes to play mind games. So, and the thing is, like he's going up against AJ right now.
Yeah.
With AJ's track record, I don't think whether especially if AJ loses, it's not over.
Yeah. I don't mean to interrupt. I have to drop for a school project, but I'm hoping to come back if you guys are still on.
You want to make your prediction for the main event of night one?
Me personally, Tribal Chief all the way.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sticking with Roman.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to get back on. Hopefully, you guys will still be here.
All right. All right, here we go.
Oh, wait, I actually did want to mention, just because you brought up Money in the Bank, I kind of want to just real quick go back to Tiffany Charlotte, just to point.
Jack, I don't like your Wi-Fi.
Your Wi-Fi, man.
What are you saying?
Who knows his Wi-Fi? But as
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm like having trouble trying to follow everyone, like trying to listen as well.
You may
And
have
I
to call
apparently
in.
getting cut off.
Yeah, you may have to call in. Yeah, he's getting cut off.
I'm still getting cut off.
Yeah, you may have to just call in. It's just fine.
All right. How do I do that? Just like
I'll send you the numbers. There's numbers on there. You can just dial in,
copy.
and then
All right.
Lexi can just accept it. How do I do
No
this?
problem. Yeah, sorry about that.
So, Lexi, want to talk about the main event of night one?
all right.
Yeah.
No, sorry, multitasking. Okay, so our main event is a triple threat match between, drumroll please, the OTC, your tribal chief, the one and only, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, versus CM Punk, special guest Paul Heyman, and Shield 2.0 over here, Seth
By himself.
Rollins by himself. Fun facts, this is CM Punk's first ever WrestleMania.
Let's go. Let's go.
History making right there.
Finally.
This is Seth Rollins. This will mark the 10th anniversary of the heist of the century. Yikes. And Roman, our tribal chief, the head of the table, will be entering his 11th WrestleMania main event because he is carrying this company on his back for years now. So put some respect on my man, Roman. I think that Seth Rollins is actually going to win, and Paul Heyman is leaving with Seth.
I think
I'm sorry. It's Roman's 10th. I'm sorry. I'm just counting. I apologize.
Oh.
My era is 10th. He did 31, 32, 33, 34. You know, the tribal area of 37 through 40 times 2 and 41. So it's 10.
Hey, Rashawn, what are your thoughts?
I also feel Seth is gonna leave with and like my only thing about it is Seth has to pin somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be because of Heyman. And I'm trying to figure out which one of them does Heyman cause Seth to pin.
Oh, I think I know. That should be easy. Unfortunately, oh man, I hate to say this.
No, because
he's going to pin CM Punk.
Okay.
And the reason why, the heist of the century 10 years ago, he pinned Roman. Punk, first WrestleMania main event, he's trying to figure out himself in the main event with Paul Heyman guiding him. And he pins Punk. Roman's still protected some way. Somehow you got to protect the tribal chief. And then, you know, I'll leave night 2 for where it's at. But Punk is taking the pin. But it's still not a clean pin, you know. But Seth, due to him being the MVP of night 1, night 2 of WrestleMania 40, since he lost twice. When the last WrestleMania he won? What, 39? Against Logan? Did he face Logan that 1 year? Was it 39? Or 38?
Yeah, he did.
He faced Roman, yeah.
No, Logan versus Seth at WrestleMania 39, right?
Yeah, and Seth won. That was the one. Because remember, that was the Elimination Chamber where with Logan eliminated, got Seth eliminated.
Yeah, I see Seth winning. He's gonna pin Punk. You know, they can still battle each other outside of after WrestleMania. Where did Roman goes? I don't know. That's something I'm trying to figure out.
That question right there is why I struggle with him and the CM Punk. And this is why. If Heyman, the wise man told the private sheep, if he's Roman and has Seth and Roman, think of the story that comes from Roman behind it.
Correct.
There's gonna be like a remarkable story from Roman after, like, because it's his redemption story. Like, oh, like, kind of like Denzel Washington, he applications on all of you. Like, he's gonna have one of those moments, kind of like, oh, you guys gonna play with me? I'm gonna get you all there. But then another part of me, and I know this sounds crazy, and this one is gonna probably be my most far-fetched take ever. What if, right? What if Roman is the only person who gets screwed?
What if Roman is the only person getting screwed?
Yes.
How would he be the only person getting screwed?
Yeah. How?
What if, right? What if Seth and Punk are in it together?
So
Like,
back with the Shield 2.0. Okay.
yes. What if Seth and Punk are in it together? Because we know Roman's not going back Shield. But if you give Seth Heyman and Punk are as good friends as they say, you telling me Seth and CM Punk can't come together for a greater good? Because remember, they both feel like Roman is the monster.
Which I understand how everyone feels like Roman is a monster, but y'all all are the reason why Roman is the way he is. It all started with Seth. Like,
I agree. Like,
and Roman never turned on anybody. If you think about it,
he hasn't.
Everybody has turned on him, and he's brought everybody to the top with him. Like,
but we all know Sammy's reasons was justified. We can all say that Sammy's reasons are justified.
Sammy crashed out, but in some way, shape, or form, Sammy still benefited being in the bloodline.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that
absolutely Main Event WrestleMania because of it.
Yep.
You're right.
So again,
but
you at him, but when Roman is like, I'm the reason why you're here, he's the reason why a lot of people are where they're at.
So
how are y'all mad?
So funny story about that. You know how Roman is always like, yeah, I'm the needle mover. I'm that, right? I was getting my hair cut.
Yeah, the needle mover.
Yeah, and we were talking, and they were talking about, they started talking about wrestling. And these dudes are talking about how they haven't watched wrestling in years, right? And I'm like, so what made y'all decide that y'all want to talk about it? And the first thing they all say is, this guy Roman Reigns. And I'm like, bro, what?
A lot of people, I realize when I have conversation with them, when they took their, like, you know, there's always that break between when people are like, oh, I stopped watching. Like after the Attitude Era, so whatever year that was. And a lot of people's like, oh, I took a break. And when I said, okay, when did you start watching again? They always say, oh, Roman. And that's like when Roman made the statement like, oh, this company was failing and I put this company on my back, it really was that. Like, WWE was in the same boat as them other people that we don't mention. Same boat. Tickets were mad cheap. At one point, it was like, I would get one.
Perfect sporting company, the WNBA.
No, literally, same boat. Y'all was twins. Like, nobody was checking for a hot minute, checking for WWE. And then Roman came to the scene at the pandemic, because that pandemic.
Yeah, at the pandemic, Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Horrible. And I
hold on. Some of the things he did during the pandemic, was pure gold. Like when he power bombed Dominic out the ring.
Yeah.
like
Give him that.
you, so just for context about that, so when that's around the time that I met my fiance, and she never watched wrestling, and she used to look at me weird, like, why do you watch wrestling? I'd be like, it's fun. So the episode of SmackDown that she chooses to watch was that episode. She didn't know Roman's name and just referred to him as the crazy man because she said that was crazy to throw somebody out the ring like that.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Roman had some great pandemic work, I think. Roman's feud with Jey Uso, that was like the first world title feud that he had. That was like my favorite feud of the entire run, arguably. Had some great matches, great storytelling throughout. Like, really, I don't know, man. Roman's just been pure money ever since he got back, I think, from like remission.
Yeah. But just I hate to go back right quick because now that I'm thinking about it, if they did do Shield 2.0 and Punk and Seth did screw Roman, right? Who would be the third member?
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing that. Shield 2.0. I don't think so.
I know. The original member that should have been not Ambrose, the one that's supposed to take the Roman spot, Mr. Chris Hero.
Yeah? No way. That'd be amazing. What a callback that would be. For the OG fans, I'd be so hyped for it. What was his name in WWE again? Cassius Ohno, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Why not? That'd be amazing.
All right, so who's our winners? We is everybody going with Seth freaking Rollins?
Yes, I'm going with
We're
Seth.
all going Rollins.
Who's Rollins pinned? I got him pinned in Punk.
Gotta be Punk. Protect the tribal chief.
And I think Casanova got him pinned in Roman. Okay.
I mean, I could see that too, because I feel like Punk is gonna get his main event push, get a world title somewhat soon. He's gotta. But you never know. Apparently, it's Logan Paul as the front runner, so I don't know what's going on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, Punk. I think he's going to get another main event with the world title around his waist or fighting for the world title soon enough.
Who, Punk? Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right. Did Lexi say our winner? I think she did, right?
She did. She started it with Rollins.
Rollins. Yep.
What I also want to say, part of me does feel
I don't know.
like as bad as I want to say he's gonna turn on Punk and Roman, a part of me wants to believe that he is going to do right by CM Punk, and CM Punk is going to win.
You know, Nova, I think the same thing, honestly. For some reason, like I was thinking that, like overthinking this the whole time. I said weeks ago in the chat how I think Paul is going to end up with Seth, and to a certain extent, I want to stick with that. But I feel like they're all, like, WWE realizes that everyone's expecting a big swerve with Paul, and then he's just going to turn out to help CM Punk win. Like, that's that.
You know what I'm really waiting for? Another legendary performance by Living Color at WrestleMania.
Yo, I can't wait to hear Cult of Personality.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, man. Really, yeah, like listen to that music blurred out. The static hit at Madison Square Garden a couple of weeks ago with Lexi. She was in the section. Yeah, crazy entrance, and I love Punk, but I'll be happy.
First live events. Yeah, I went to one of the first live events after Punk returned at the Garden, and hearing that song, the whole crowd singing along, nothing better.
Oh yeah. Like even though I heard it when he first came back at AEW in Chicago, 2021, that was crazy. But I driven, I think, 10 hours to Chicago, on a whim, not knowing that he will be there. I'm like, United Center, AEW, the first dance. Yeah, all signs point to CM Punk. Why would AEW run an event at Chicago at the United Center at that? I'm like, yeah, Punk's going to be there. Let me buy the tickets. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I bought like 3 tickets for that event. had 3 different tickets, 3 different sections. The last section, wound up buying. I think it was day of. It was like $99 on the floor. I swear, you could literally see me on the screen. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I'm like, yes, ice cream bars. I still got the ice cream bar wrapper from that event.
That's actually
I
a
don't
really
feel like
good
that's
price.
diabolical. Okay. Where were we at besides you having an ice cream bar wrapper from 10,000 years ago?
Listen.
Yeah, we all made our selections of night one's main event. So
Yes,
we
and
can start night 2. Yeah.
When you said it was a work call, I said as much as we're all on Seth winning, I kind of feel like Paul is going to do right by Punk, and Punk is going to win.
Oh, so you switching?
Yeah, I thought about it as we was talking about it, and I kind of want Punk.
That could make sense. And that could lead to someone doing something night 2.
I mean, can we all agree that Paul is not going to help Roman win? At least that.
Yes.
I think we
After
all
Roman shoved
agree
him in
Paul
the
Heyman
course after
is
Raw.
he's doing what he did with Brock and other people many, many times. He's very consistent on turning on people. That's the thing. We all love Paul, but he has a history of turning on the ones who trust him the most. So
yeah, but I think this one is Roman who's getting turned on again.
Again, getting stabbed in the back. My man is so loyal, but yeah, unfortunately. All right, so night 2 of the second ever WrestleMania in Nevada. We have, oh God, tag team match.
Oh, another bathroom break.
Team match with BBL Bailey, Lyra Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and bodyguard Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Championship, which I'm going to just say it out the bat. BBL Bailey, Lyra Valkyria are going to beef in some way, shape, or form during this match. Liv Morgan and Raquel are retaining. I don't even know why this is a thing.
I got a reason.
They want him to get Bailey and Lyra on the card. That's why.
They wanted to give Bailey her WrestleMania moment. That's what it is. Last year her match was
just like this year's WrestleMania moment.
She wanted to give her another WrestleMania moment because last year her match was a snooze fest. I was there in person. It was crickets. I actually felt bad for the woman. It was really bad. So your whole thing was I need to find my way back into WrestleMania because I don't feel like I did a good job. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. Here you go. That's what it is. I feel like Lyra should have just been defending her title. You could have defended the title against Bailey. Something.
Yep. They did it on Raw.
Doesn't make sense. But fun fact.
Yeah, no, they should have just done it on WrestleMania. I agree. What were you saying?
They could have just done it on SmackDown. I don't know. So Liv and Raquel will be the first team in WWE history to hold the women's tag titles 3 times before Mania 4041. BBL Bailey and Lyra also looking to make history together. I think they'll be the first tag for both of them, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, no.
Bailey was tag champions with Sasha.
Oh, I forgot BBL.
Yeah, we forgot.
We don't say that name, guys.
No, they carried the pandemic. That was great.
We don't say that person.
There's a lot of good pandemic work, honestly.
That other person hates us.
That person to be named.
No.
She hates
Monet.
All right, so I do see Liv and Raquel winning. I do see Billy Hill turning on Lyra. to start that feud.
Yeah,
Oh, of
the heel
course.
turn's coming. I don't know if it's happening at Mania or not, but I agree. Liv and Raquel has got to win. And yeah, if Bayley wants the IC title, she should want the IC title. And eventually she's going to get it.
Yeah.
I personally believe that both groups should break up, and I think this is how they should do it. I think
I'll hear you out, but I don't know.
and this is why I feel like both groups should beef. Judgment Day is kind of stagnant. You could tell something is coming.
Yes.
And I don't feel like the women are going, like, whatever side Liv's go to, I don't think Raquel is going to go there. Like,
nah.
And
there's like the only established women's tag team, though. Like, I feel like that would be just a disservice to the whole division. They're like the best women's tag team. They have the most title reigns of all time already.
They're the what?
They have the most women's tag team title reigns of all time. This is their third reign.
No. She mean what you said was the best.
The what?
Okay, well, in ring wise, they have amazing. But I think I love their moveset more than most tag teams, at least.
I think we're back in a situation where the women's tag titles are now, unfortunately, back being cursed. And who do they drop titles to?
Yeah, Liv is so over right now.
Because I think in the later on match that we're going to discuss with that fatal 4-way, absolutely we're going to see the end of Judgment Day. But if we do, and then Ray Sean is right, who does Raquel and Liv drop the titles to besides the random? You know who I think they drop it to actually?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if Bayley and Lyra win, right, it causes the friction between
Judgment Day.
Yes, but because now it's like she kept rubbing it in Finn's face that he didn't have a belt, and now she loses her belt again. Like, I think that causes the rift before the fatal 4-way.
Okay.
But then also, I also feel like they don't win outright. I think it's on some, like, if Raquel and Liv start beefing, and Liv gets hit with a Tejada bomb, and Raquel walks off.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say Bayley or Lyra doesn't get knocked out, quote unquote, and fall into a cover? And now we have tag team champions that are fighting for the Intercontinental Women's Championship.
Which
Intercontinental Women's Championship.
Yes, because remember, Bayley won that belt. And it goes back to what I said, where we have these the women's division is not being used correctly. You have these random tag teams.
Yeah. And that's when you now are able to put the belt on another tag team that's forming in like an up and coming tag team, and you get to take them off of Bayley and Lyra instead of beating a formidable team that they shouldn't beat. Like, you legitimize an up and coming tag team. Like, let's say Lash Legend and them come up after Mania.
That makes sense.
Because when I think about these matches, I try to think about, like, all right, if this person loses, what happens? If this person loses, what happens? But it doesn't further any of the stories. Like we know heel Bayley is coming. We know it. Because this I'm a hug a role model Bayley 2.0 is like terrible. Like, I think she should just go full on heel and embrace BBL Bailey and be a heel with it.
It's because she changed her theme music. That's what happened. If she didn't change her theme music, she wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music is mid.
She's also not very exciting to watch in the ring.
She's not. She's a snooze.
Yeah.
Good technical wrestler.
We
I
haven't
see
had
the
her fight
argument.
for a while, so I don't remember, but she's not interesting to.
She's not Billy 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She's not pandemic Billy.
I will say, I think she was doing really good on Raw. Like, that match impressed me a lot. Like the past
that
couple of
match was
weeks,
good. Yeah, the match was good. You know, a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
but
I like the finish. The finish was nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, while we're talking about the tag titles, can I say something about a different tag title?
Which one?
The ones on SmackDown.
Yeah, you think it's going to turn into a WrestleMania match? What's up?
I do. I do.
Well, you have to also remember Randy was supposed to have a match, and as of right now, he does not have one. So very well, come Friday, I would not be surprised. I think it'll be diabolical if they make them do Friday and night 2. It's kind of close.
I don't think they're gonna have a full match on Friday.
Oh, you think something's gonna happen which causes them not to have a match? Which
yes, I think
WrestleMania match.
I think it's gonna be a big brawl, and that's what's gonna lead to the Mania match on night 2.
Yeah.
Which would take
Del
place.
Fantasma shows up.
Randy, that's MIA.
Yeah, everybody who wants a piece of it is gonna be out there, and I think that's how we're going to get the match at Mania, because it doesn't make sense. Like, the tag titles on SmackDown are probably one of the hottest belts.
Which is why I don't understand why Royal Raiders and New Day had a locked-in match for Mania, and the Street Profits didn't. It didn't.
You know why?
No.
We had gatekeepers. Kofi Kingston, the former WWE Champion.
Okay.
New Day. Been head of the tag team division over 10 years.
Didn't he also pretend to be Jamaican for like?
Yes.
Okay. He did a great job doing it. What's your point?
No, he did.
He did.
Because he convinced me for a long time that he was Jamaican. Up until I never noticed that his accent went away until Triple H said it.
Hey, I'll just only Jamaican.
Wait, what happened to her accent? Classic. He actually has done a great job doing that. Everything Kofi is given, he just turns into gold. And that's why he gets the title match at Mania. But also, you're right. The SmackDown belts definitely deserve that match a little bit more. A lot of it more, if I'm being honest. Raw's tag team division has been mid. But yeah. Oh, well, I think there's a good chance that Nova's right.
But
it does turn into a match at Mania.
The brands itself are also not an even playing card. And I feel like this happens every year in WWE, where one brand just naturally has more of a drive to it than the other brand. It's like, they can't seem to balance it out to save their lives.
I feel like, if we're being honest, the tag team divisions are always pretty thin, and there was never really a need to have a separate tag team division on SmackDown and Raw. But I guess the only reason why you want to do that is to just like have a stable roster on SmackDown and Raw and not have people just like jumping back and forth. But then if they're in the tag team division, I think it makes a lot of sense. And just for that reason, I would honestly prefer there to just be one belt.
Yeah, because there's not that many tags when it comes to the men, at least not like the.
And yeah, like the women do that too. So yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm missing before we go to Logan versus AJ? I'm missing the women's battle royal, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't like it. That's
Why?
the Friday before Mania.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather it
technically,
be on the
yeah,
card.
yeah.
But then again, you can't pay everybody for being on WrestleMania too.
Yeah,
But
but there's a freaking 4-hour something
But
pre-show.
that's the
Put
thing.
them on the pre-show.
Mania has, and that's what I was going to say. What happened to the pre-show matches for Mania? Like
Yeah.
El American Grande, that would have been a perfect pre-show match.
Yeah, I don't understand why
What
that's
the
on the
pre-show
Mania
match
card.
is? The pre-show would turns
I
into
guess the big moment,
podcasts and TKO and sponsorship. So we're gonna go through sponsorships for 4 hours, repeating everything that we see week after week from January until now. That's what y'all gonna take 4 hours to do? No,
Yep.
we didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
So
That's what's gonna happen.
call your uncle, The Rock. Dwayne. That's his fault. But AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Y'all see Logan Paul's finisher?
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
I'll give
Like,
him that.
I'm like remember I think he watched this podcast. Because remember we were talking about how terrible the lucky shot was.
Yeah, his finisher was. You're right.
And then the next thing he comes with the pulverizer. Oh my God. Logan Paul watches us.
Yes, I have
confirmed.
Logan Paul taking the win for that one. Absolutely.
I don't. I did originally. I did, but decided to go with AJ.
I had Logan at first too, and I decided to go to AJ because of Raw.
Yep,
Raw,
exactly.
Raw
Yep.
switched me.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, y'all going with Silk Press.
What about Raw?
So two things. One, like, I feel like WWE tells on themselves by letting who's going to lose get the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
But and their last encounter, right? I feel like they tell on themselves a lot. But more specifically, the match with Karrion Kross. Karrion didn't want to win. He, Karrion's been on this
Yeah,
stage.
he put his hands behind his back.
Yeah, he went
before he got hit with a phenomenal forearm.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't take the match to do anything but to push AJ Styles to be better. If you're pushing AJ, if that's what you're putting out on Raw, you can't then send him into Mania to lose.
Correct.
Like you're telling a story with a bad ending at that point. If you're sending AJ to lose after he's supposed to have gotten pushed to the limit, so he would have to go the extra mile to be able to beat Logan.
Yeah, I really hope they're going to give AJ the win here, and I think you're right with everything you're saying here. I would like to think that's what they're thinking as well.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think because AJ's on his way out, and
he definitely is. I didn't think he was coming back.
Yeah, he said he's trying to be done by 50.
Since, he hasn't won on WrestleMania since 38 or 39.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep pulling out when these wrestlers talk about, I want to be done by 50. Do you see how you look in this ring? Sir, you came back, blew your knee, or whatever you blew, left, and it came back again. Like, take it easy.
Oh.
No. Okay.
You want Logan to win, Lexi?
I do. I love him. He's an amazing heel.
He is. I give him credit. Like I said, by SummerSlam, the latest, I think.
Oh no, not if it's against Jey Uso. I'm always with Jey Uso. What? I will never go against my man. Okay? I will never go against Joshua. Me and Joshua like this. He just don't know.
Joshua fought two.
So, the fatal four-way. I'm actually very excited for this match because I think this is where we're going to see the end of the Judgment Day. So we have...
Or the Judgment Day 4.0, whatever the hell iteration this is.
We have Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Ooh.
I want to hear y'all's predictions for this one.
I have...
Mine's is easy.
Really? I have Finn winning.
All right.
I have Finn winning this match. But I have him. I don't know who I'm gonna have him pin. I don't know if he's pinning Dominic or if he's pinning Penta. But I feel like for the break to happen for Judgment Day.
I'm back. So.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna pause that. Hassim.
Let's run back
Run it back real quick. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Who do you have?
I hate to say this, but I gotta go with Logan because he's a villain and I like it. I like his angle.
Yay. Thank you. They went for AJ. Tag team: Liv Morgan and Raquel versus BBL Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Who do you have?
I'm going with the heels because they always seem to cause some interference. They're going to end up winning because Bailey and Lyra, that's not a sustainable tag team. I'm sorry, they're just not.
Okay.
Because Lyra can't have 2 belts. That's too much for her. Being newer to have the women's intercontinental and then a tag team.
Hey, look at Kurt Angle in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Angle is a whole different breed, and that's back then. This is
that's very big comparison.
She can't do both. She can't be doing the women's tag division, going Raw and SmackDown back and forth, and then defending her IC title. That's just going to be too much for her.
That's it. 2 belts on her don't make no sense. So we're on the fatal 4-way. Wait
a minute, you made your prediction of the last match of night 1. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
No, I said Roman.
Yeah, you said Roman. Yes, you did. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Fatal 4-way. Braun Breaker. First Mania ever for Penta. Finn Balor versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Another history-making match. This will be the first ever fatal 4-way for a intercontinental title at WrestleMania. I like I was telling the guys earlier, I think this is when we see the end of Judgment Day. Them little seeds they've been brewing between Finn and Dominic, this is when it's all gonna blow up.
Oh yeah, I agree. They're done. They're cooked.
Braun is definitely dropping that. Braun is definitely dropping the title. Only because he's had it for forever. Jesus.
But he's so good with it though.
Wait a minute, we have Dwayne Johnson from 1997 over here.
Yeah, he's been injured. It's like...
Tell me you got the fanny pack on. You got the fanny pack on?
Nah, hold on.
You got your MERS? Where's your MERS?
Hold on, I'm about to get the fanny pack. Hold on.
Yeah. And the chia pet here. I'm sorry.
Oh man, that was too good.
That's funny.
That was too good.
You gotta do the full pose.
Just prop us up on the stand.
Nah, I got you. I had to go get the fanny pack and put it on. I mean, if Braun drops it, what would be funny is if Dominic gets it, because then him, Raquel, and Liv will have their own little trio of whatever it is.
Literally, but that's why I think Finn is gonna get it. It'll be too early to put the belt on Penta.
Yeah,
so
too early.
It's on Penta, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Finn is gonna get it, and Finn, it's gonna cause an issue between Finn and Dominic, or it's gonna blow up right then and there between Finn and Dominic.
I think
it's the other way.
I can't see Finn winning. Yep, exactly.
It's Dom is winning. Yeah,
they don't know
the demon event.
What are you doing?
Yeah, let's not talk over each other. You can go first, Clyde. Sorry.
He's the Rock.
Wait,
you first.
So y'all have Dom winning. Oh, so y'all have Dom winning.
Yep, Dom.
Yes.
Mysterio.
Because think about it. Breaker, I can see it now. Finn does the coup de grace on Penta. Breaker spears him. And then Dom is already in the ring, kind of dazed and confused, rolls in and just pins whoever and wins it. Because
he pins Finn. And so it's an injury.
I don't think
Why not?
I feel like he doesn't pin Finn. It's similar to what you're saying. Finn hits the coup de grace onto Penta. Braun Breaker is already taken out of the match most likely at this point. And yeah, the coup de grace gets hit, but then Dominic just comes from behind. Maybe either hits a crucifix or something onto Balor and gets the win that way, or maybe even just like sneaks up from behind, hits him with a little 619 action. Why not?
Or you know what?
I'm telling you, he's pinning Finn.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
I can see this. Braun Breaker spears Finn Balor after he coup de grace Penta. Dominic does the 5-star splash on, at this point, the speared Finn Balor to win it. Because maybe Breaker, I don't know, something.
No, Dom twists out Breaker.
Yeah.
Go on. I have my new finish. I have a new, completely different finish. But what were you going to say?
No, I just see him 5-star splash in Finn to take it.
Yeah, I think Finn could hit the coup de grace onto Penta, but he's like still on, like he lays on his back afterwards because he's tired. It's been a long match, and then before he even has time to cover Penta, that's when Dominic comes from out of nowhere, hits the frog splash 1, 2, 3 onto probably Balor.
Yeah, but someone's going to get speared.
My most confident prediction yet.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen? Carlito will interfere with Breaker and get him out of it, and that's when Dom kind of does the sneaky 5-star frog splash on Balor after he gets speared. Because then Carlito will do something to Breaker, get him out there while the ref's got his back turned, and then boom, Dom will be sneaky.
Remember, it's a fatal 4-way, so it's like, and it's like no holds barred,
right?
Yeah. Yes, there's no disqualifications in the fatal 4-way.
Oh, then you got to factor in Carlito and some.
Yep, Carlito will distract Braun Breaker because then that's
and
that
so
will make
you got to
Finn
get
confident.
Braun out the match, and some way Carlito would be the one to.
So,
I think they'll just definitely do that.
I hate to be the guy that's different, but I don't think it's gonna be Dom.
By all means, be different.
I think it's going to be Finn. And this is why I think it's going to be Finn. And this is also going to end the Judgment Day. And we got to go back some time for this to make sense. And when I say we're going to go back some time, in the very beginning, when Liv was trying to break up the Judgment Day, who was very on her side of her and Dom?
Finn.
When she left the room key, who took the room key?
Finn.
Oh, you're saying they got something really going on behind the scenes.
And they're going to cost Dom the match versus Finn.
Oh.
But that would make
Dom can't turn.
Well, that does make sense because remember she was mad at Dom for something at the beginning of the year. I forgot what happened. She was mad at Dom.
When he tried to get back with Rhea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When Finn turned on him and said, "Are you mad?" Yeah, Finn was upset. Like, why would you do that? Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but I can't see Dom turning face. That would pretty much make Dominic Mysterio the baby face, and he's like the most hated heel in the company.
No. He could go to SmackDown, be with Tiffy time.
He'll still be a heel.
Yeah,
he'll remain a heel.
Like that. Them both being heels.
Yeah.
All right. I guess they could do that too.
I think Dom will be a heel as long as he has a strained relationship with Ray.
Yeah, true.
I think in order for him to be babyface, Ray has to accept him back. As long as Ray doesn't do that, Dominic will be a heel. It doesn't matter who turns on Dom.
I guess he does have that type of beat right now for the most part.
Yes, I think.
I think the story would kind of lay itself onto being, or like it would just make Dom definitely be the most sympathetic guy in that angle.
I think
he would have to just. I don't know. I guess if they move him, that would be the best way to do it, in my opinion. What were you saying?
I think personally, in that scenario, Liv and Finn would go babyface because they hate Dom so much.
That wouldn't make sense for them to go babyface because Liv and Raquel are heels.
Yes, it wouldn't, but they would be the
Finn's been
baby
such a
dick.
Baby.
Yeah,
You mean
baby.
tweeners? You mean?
No, not even tweeners, because it's like we love them, but they're bad guys.
Yeah. You know, they're definitely
that's how
not
Braun
supposed
Breaker
to be
is.
babyface.
Braun Breaker is the heel, but you love him, but he's not a face.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not a tweener. Like we love like perfect example. When Roman first came back and he started going crazy.
I should watch.
We loved everything he did, but he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll give them that role. It's like, oh, yeah, it's Liv and Finn. But then it's also like, oh, they, like, Liv would technically be a Trish at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trish.
All right.
Would be fun.
This is a lot. This is
Yeah.
all right. So
Got some possibilities.
one of
with
the
this one.
matches that I'm looking forward to the most is
Crash Out B.
I can't even call Damian Priest what I want to call him, but all right, we got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Crash Out Drew McIntyre. So
What
fun
did he call
fact.
himself? Big Daddy Mac?
What? I said Crash Out Drew.
No, he called himself Big Daddy Mac. Like, what was it? A couple years ago, I think it was.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely not. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre will join a handful of wrestlers to have a title match at one WrestleMania and then have a single match against each other at a different WrestleMania. Austin versus Rock, Hogan versus Andre, Cena versus Frog. It's crazy because I'm all for. I don't know with this one.
It's another
Drew
fight match, right?
Drew McIntyre win this.
Yeah.
Let's get that
Damian Priest
situated.
screwed him over at every turn. He's got to get his. He's got to get
So
his.
you're
He did screw him over. He took advantage of the situation.
Yeah. So Drew finally vindicates himself where he was telling the truth, like, hey, I'm telling you, I'm right.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. I think Priest wins this, and the reason why I think Priest wins this is because I don't think Drew's WrestleMania moment hasn't arrived yet. I don't think it's this year. I think it's next year. And like if Drew wins, the story's not over. The story's over.
The story's over if Drew wins. If Bisexual Undertaker wins.
Yes. Yes, because it basically kind of unofficially confirms everything Drew has been saying. It's been Damian. He's been in the way.
Yeah.
But if Damian loses, then the story's over because it's like, all right, I beat the guy that was in my way.
Yeah.
Like he's not. Yeah. But we like again. Where does Drew go after that? All right, you Damian. What do
you got? He remember Drew still needs Roman. He did. I forgot when.
His final person on the list. Yeah,
it's still Roman.
For whatever reason.
He drew strong for Roman.
For whatever reason.
Yeah. But I think after Mania, because of what happens to Roman on night one, Roman is going missing. And if they know Roman is going missing, you can't plan for Drew versus Roman if Roman's not going to be there.
Well, you could just plan for it by keeping Drew strong. But I guess you've got plenty of time by the time Roman gets there. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I just think after seeing Drew and hearing him out on all these promos, he's just right. And I want to see him win because he never wins anymore.
Yes, and that's why he has to lose this one. That's why he has to lose this one. So at SummerSlam, he vindicates himself and he wins, and he's finally done with
Priest. Yeah.
With Priest.
So you put that story to rest finally.
Yes, and you finally put that story to rest. I feel like this is too soon for this story to end. Like they built up a lot of stories for Drew and then just killed them off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like for instance, like everything he said to Jay. Then like the feud with Punk, it took forever, but he finally got over it. And it's like, all right. Then like the little fake beef with Seth that was brewing, and then that turned into nothing. And it's like they keep doing it. It's like play the story out. But if Drew wins this first one, it's over. If Priest wins the first one, then Drew wins the second one, it's still a rubber match.
Yeah.
That's why I believe he has to win the first. Priest has to win the first one, because also if Priest loses this one, where does he go as far as main title picture? Because that's where he clearly is at this point. He's like he's one of the main title heavyweights, and right now the title is tied up. That's why we got this beef.
You got these fillers.
Yeah. Like the title is tied up with The Rock and what he got going on. So while they figure that out, we got this.
Okay. All right. So we still got 2 more.
Well, 3 more. All right, yeah, this is the part where we get Randy, and I'm hoping Randy faces Nick Aldis, which will be.
You gonna kill that man?
You see what it says?
Nick Aldis. He's no
in honor
slouch.
of my boy, the Viper. The Viper.
I like that shirt, Kasim.
In honor of
Sleep RKO.
Sleep RKO. Repeat.
So we have 1 up in the air match and 2 more official matches.
Who's Randy? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My fault.
Triple threat. Io versus Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE,
and Mommy.
Oh
yeah, she ain't Mommy no more.
Rhea Ripley is acting like Ronda Rousey, and it's pissing me off. Fun fact: Bianca Belair is undefeated in WrestleMania. She'll be going 5-0 this year.
She will be going 5-0. Like that's
she will be going 5-0.
I think they're going to drop it to her. I think they will.
They don't have a choice. Rhea Ripley, spoiled, will be wrestling in her 6th consecutive WrestleMania. Like, you don't feel like that's a lot? Like, you just...
I mean, she's been relevant.
No.
Haven't all of them...
I think they're off the card.
The crazy thing is, if you think about it, having her and Rhea and Charlotte, all of their WrestleMania matches has been title matches.
Yeah.
Wait, who's her? Her, Rhea, Bianca?
No.
Oh.
Rhea and Charlotte.
Rhea and Charlotte, yeah. Rhea and Charlotte, all their matches have been title matches.
Granted, I feel like with the women's division in particular, there's not really too many non-title matches, especially in the before times, without the tag team titles, without the mid-card titles, which still aren't being defended.
Because we have our first ever women's non-title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, singles non-title match.
Well, yeah, singles.
Bianca's match last year was a non-title match, but that wasn't a singles match. So, first singles non-title match.
And that's crazy. It's been 41 editions of WrestleMania, and this is the first women's one-on-one non-title
we also
match.
have to be mindful as to why the name that we don't name. Yeah.
You mean Lord Voldemort?
Can we say his father was a great promoter?
Sure.
VJM.
So
yeah, okay, all right, cool.
So about this match, I have a take on it, and I think it leads to something else.
So who do you have winning? Bianca.
So I have Bianca winning.
Okay.
I have Bianca winning. I think they keep the WrestleMania streak alive. But at the same time, you remember I came late, so I feel like you guys talked about Jade and Naomi, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel like Bianca wins, and it is discovered that she participated.
Yeah,
and Jade's
and the
downfall.
attack on Jade, which we know,
Yes,
and it leads to a title match at SummerSlam.
exactly. Because and
That's what we
the
said.
only way, the only way we get there is if Bianca wins at Mania.
But yeah,
And
that which let me quickly add that to that
Yeah.
SummerSlam match. Jade and Bianca at SummerSlam. Jade wins, and Bianca come up at New Orleans
At
when she
WrestleMania.
eventually 42 when
So
she
that's when
eventually
we're
come
gonna
back
set
face.
Jade and Bianca for WrestleMania, with Bianca being 6-0. All
Correct.
right, I'm glad we're all on it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense for them to keep the streak on her.
Because
But it don't feel bad for Io.
If the Undertaker could go 22,000 and something and nothing, then yes, we can keep it alive. And it's 22-1 because we
it was 21. It was 21-0, and then Brock came.
Yeah, but we don't even talk. We can't talk about Brock.
Oh, okay.
So
22 was Shane, right? No, it was Bray. 23 was Shane, and then was it Roman after?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 23 and 1.
Yeah, so he's 23 and 1. Why
Overall 25 and 1.
So why can't Bianca keep her streak? I will be in Connecticut at the front door of that headquarters if they piss me off.
But look, I will say this though: Io Sky is such a great champ and a fantastic wrestler, and it would feel really bad for her to just like be in this match just to kind of be in this match, you know? Like they just kind of gave her the belt to give her a WrestleMania moment is essentially what that would mean if Bianca wins, which isn't the worst thing, I guess. But
Io should not be in
I would
this
like
match.
to think they have a solid plan for Io's title reign, and so I'm gonna actually stick with Io. I feel like that's what the direction they're going. They're gonna give Io the win, have a decent program on Raw, and still continue Bianca with the Jade and Naomi thing. Like you said, I think there could 100% still go
then it goes to Jade and not Jade. It goes to Rhea and Bianca because now Bianca already feels like, listen, you're trying to take my moment. I worked hard for this moment. They said if I won Elimination Chamber, I get the title shot. I won. They said if I ref the match, then it's over. I did that. That's like it would take away from everything that really. And then on top of that, do we need to see Rhea back with the title again?
You know what Bianca's moment looks like in reference a little bit like when Bret Hart crashed out March of 1997 on Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw. I don't know if y'all remember those moments, but it's similar. It's similar.
Bianca's like, I want my 40 acres and a mule.
I want to point out, though, even though I said all that about Io and I do think she's going to win, I don't want her to win. I do want Bianca to win. I think that's a better story to tell, especially long term.
Yeah.
Keep that streak alive. But I just don't think that's going to happen.
Io is in this match for one reason and one reason only. And that is to take the fan. That is to
there it
is. And the reason why is because they don't want Bianca yet. They don't want that yet. Because when that happens, that's going to be a ticket seller. And
main event probably.
Yes.
That's definitely going to be a main event.
Yes, and we can't have that yet, even though they both want the same title.
Yeah.
Like, because we can't have it, like, the way that they wanted to do it, the only way to give us a glimpse is to put them in the triple threat, and they have to have somebody take the pin to protect both of them. It just so happens that it's Io Sky.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yep, you're right.
We'll see.
Yeah, man.
I have faith in Io.
Because even the way she plays out, like everybody keeps forgetting about Io.
Yeah.
Like everything they do, they forget about her in it. Like the whole storyline is like she played like such not even second fiddle, third fiddle.
Yeah, and it's
the entire time. Yeah, and she was
they want that.
Yeah, and at one point she was the champion, and it's like they want you to forget about her in a sense, like, and it's either gonna be she's gonna win or she's gonna get pinned.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, this could also help. Has Bianca ever defeated Io? I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
Bianca
No.
ever-
Oh yeah, I think that's right.
Io-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember them.
Io cashed in.
Io
Yes!
cashed in
Yeah,
on
at
Bianca.
SummerSlam. Yep.
Yeah, I want to say they pointed that
Yep.
out not too long ago.
Remember, Bianca has the longest and shortest reign of the champion.
Yeah. Yeah. See, long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
So this way she gets her get back on Io.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. All right, we want to talk about Randy's potential match
Against me.
Ooh.
Don't mean to read.
Give me. I want ringside tickets to that.
I'll fight
I'm
Randy
rooting for
too. I guess we'll find out on Friday.
Who y'all think will face Randy? I think
Cena and Cody Rhodes.
I think Nick Aldis.
I think John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Make it a triple threat.
What?
Nah.
That'd
I think
be
Aldis
crazy.
is gonna finally be
Way
like,
too
you know what, I
last
had
minute.
enough of you, Randy, and he gonna step up. And like,
he gonna show off them pecs.
Yeah. I think Aldis is gonna
I
crash
want
out
to
like,
see
I'm
that.
tired of you, Randy. I'll take you on. WrestleMania.
You're like, you're begging for a match so bad. Me. You're like, oh.
No, Nick Aldis is great. Former NWA
Yo,
champ.
remember it.
TNA
Randy
World
made
Champ.
that reference to Mickey James.
True, yeah, exactly. He made it personal. But like the reason why I was almost at first, that's what I 100% thought they were gonna do, and then on SmackDown, Orton said like, "Oh, maybe you throw on the boots again" or something like that. He said it so passingly that it kind of made me think they're not gonna do that. And then of course, Solo and Tama Tonga were around that whole thing, and like it's kind of leading me to think maybe we're doing a tag team match. Have Randy Orton find a mystery partner. And then, but like, I don't like this idea because it kind of just feels thrown together because we can. But it does 100% open the door to bring back Aleister Black, since apparently he's reportedly re-signed. If they want to do it with him, or even bring Rusev in to be Orton's partner instead, it could be something like that. Just because I don't see them doing a one-on-one match, because I think Orton needs the win, and so does whoever's returning. But if they just pair them together for that one night, that could work. And then I feel like Aleister makes the most sense because he could definitely feud with Solo. But at the same time, I don't know, because if Jacob Fatu, if we're going to do what I'm saying earlier and then potentially have the whole bloodline crumble, it doesn't really make much sense to have a whole new feud open up. So you know what? Scratch all of that. That's not happening. It could be a one-on-one match, Orton and Solo, though. Because, I don't know, I just don't think it's going to be all this. I want it to be, though.
You know what they can do,
my
though,
prediction,
right?
What?
Do it right during the actual WrestleMania, where like maybe Aldis comes out for a speech or something, and Orton interrupts him and says, "I told you I wanted a match. I'm here. You know, give me someone." And he'll be like, "You know what, Randy? I'm tired of you." And then they just give me a ref, and they go at it right there.
Full suit and all.
Because think about it, they what was it? A couple WrestleManias ago, Shane McMahon came out and stuff like that with Snoop Dogg and all that. And they kind of had an impromptu match.
Yeah, when he tore his knees.
Yeah, Shane,
amazing.
And yeah, because it was with the Miz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Snoop was like, "You hurt my boy." Yeah, it could just be some impromptu filler, but you know, Randy kind of gets his WrestleMania match.
No, the reason why I feel like Randy is going to get a match is because remember, these minutes were accounted for.
Yeah.
These minutes were accounted for.
It could be given to someone else. But yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah, and like that's why I feel like in the grand scheme of things, because they were accounted for, you now have to like fill those moments.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, and I personally feel like I feel like it's gonna be somebody returning, and I think on SmackDown, Nick Aldis is gonna tell Randy that he has an opponent for him.
A mystery opponent.
And then it's just gonna
like kind of what McMahon did to Seth when Cody returned.
Yeah. So who do you think that return's going to be?
I think it's gonna be Aleister Black.
Riddle.
Who wins that match?
Nah,
Riddle.
nah.
That's the
What's
next
crazy?
question, because someone's got to lose.
Yeah, and I think, and I truly believe it has to be Aleister Black who loses.
Damn, on the return is crazy.
Yep, on the
That's the
return.
problem.
Normally
Yeah,
they
like
don't
that.
let them lose the return.
You know how person who not to be mentioned usually if they usually change the match, they usually put whoever they add into the match usually wins the match. But I need Randy to win.
Yeah,
Everybody needs Randy to win. That you need Randy to win because all of the talk about him going for the world title, it
Number 15.
legitimizes that. It legitimizes that threat. If
And
Randy loses at Mania and Cena wins, or like if Randy loses at Mania, does he really deserve the title?
True.
And then guess where Backlash is at, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, didn't you send that?
It's in St. Louis. Someone said it wasn't me.
Oh
no, I sent it.
Yeah.
So wait, the U.S. title match is on night one, of course. So
yep.
I don't know. Having this match after it has my prediction very confused right now. Because if they're already going to do that other angle, like they could totally still do Randy versus Solo in a one-on-one, but then I don't see that really working. You know what? No, they could totally still do that. And then we could even have Jacob Fatu cost Solo Sikoa the match if we want to, or just give Orton the win clean. That is totally fine as well. But yeah, I just feel like they're doing the somewhat predictable route, giving it to Solo or someone on the main roster, even Sheamus, but no, but definitely Solo. And just shout out Sheamus. I miss him.
Okay.
All right, we go into the main event.
The
Is that
main
it?
event of
I'd like to-
WrestleMania 41.
Oh, the
yeah, no, I feel like there was one other one.
Wait.
What's that?
Night one, I didn't hear your guys talk on the triple threat. I didn't hear anything about that. Could you indulge me, please?
Paul leaves with Seth. That's the best way I could put it.
I switched at the last minute and said he's gonna leave with Punk.
Yeah. I got Seth Rollins winning, and he's pinning Punk.
Yes, but
I also said there's something happening on Sunday with Seth. I didn't get there yet, but okay.
Because it's supposed to be a favor, right? He owes him a favor now.
Yeah.
So
there's a favor, but I don't.
That doesn't mean that Paul has to grant him the favor, though. Like who said it? They're like
Seth. He said.
Rollins was the one that said it. Actually,
it's a choice, and he has to choose.
Yeah.
If he wants to grant me that favor.
Exactly.
Okay,
so
I was just curious where
really
you guys. I want Roman to win. That's who I really want to win. But storytelling wise and continuity, it seems like having Seth win that for some reason just makes the most sense with him having Paul Heyman to put him up top and get him over for the next title run, depending on who it is. Gunther, Jay, whoever. Because remember, Seth said he wants his belt back.
Yep.
So that right there could really set him up nicely because he's Monday Night Rollins, and that belt is on Monday night.
Yep.
So it makes sense for him to win it, have Paul Heyman, and advise him on what moves to make, depending on who has that title, and get it.
It would be best for business, as Seth pointed out. He is one to do.
Okay, I got some stuff in my head
This is not
a little
prediction.
bit.
This is a spoiler.
All right, Lexi, you want to close out? Not close out, but talk about the main event.
The main event of night 2, WrestleMania 41, is the champ, the reigning champ, Cody Rhodes versus You Can't See Me, John Cena.
We can see him.
we can't wait because he ain't been showing up to work, so I don't know.
We can see him now.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in weeks.
That's the thing, because exactly, because you can't see him. This is for the undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena's 3-1 record at WrestleMania. This is Cody Rhodes' 4th consecutive WrestleMania main event. And to really, I got John Cena winning.
John Cena is 3-1 in the main events of WrestleMania. So, all right, go ahead. Yeah,
I have John winning. Cody's gonna drop the title. John is gonna win. He's on his heel run. I feel like this also leads up to John versus Randy Orton. So I
In
have
SummerSlam.
Yep. So I have John winning.
okay. Okay.
For storytelling, I can agree with that.
Yeah, because he said he wanted his dream match. They both said their match would be versing each other for a title. And the only way that is going to work is Cody has to drop it to John. John is going to drop it to Randy. What happens after that? I don't know yet.
Cody gets it back somehow, or maybe Roman or someone else, but that's long term.
Yeah. So
whoever thought.
So here's the thing: if Cody loses, does Cody become heel Cody?
Yeah.
Cody Lander?
I hope so.
Does he turn to Cody Lander?
Cody's
not yet.
Cody.
I don't think it would happen right away though. It would probably still take until like SummerSlam. I think the earliest even.
That's why
a slow turn. It's gonna definitely be a slow turn when it comes to Cody. I don't know. Maybe he stops showing up in 3-piece suits.
Nah, I still think he should do that.
Can't stop that.
That looks good. That's a good look for him. But I do agree with you that I think Cody Lander is going to take some time. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. But I think I do believe Cena is going to win with the help of The Rock. That's number one. Number two, I also feel like Cody Lander is going to happen because Cody is going to want the belt back, and like he's going to have to like kind of wait. And I think the heel turn is going to come because he can't get it done, because The Rock is like continuously screwing him.
Yeah,
my man, you read my mind. Like literally, that's what I was gonna say. Going into this, continue. It's just crazy.
Yeah, like that's honestly what I think. It's not gonna happen right away because it's no sense in it happening right away when you could tell this story over the next few months and get to SummerSlam, and then at SummerSlam, this man just loses his shit.
And he finally has enough, and he's got to go full heel. Eventually get the title back, probably pretty soon after that.
He has to
go. The thing about this match, my
place.
prediction is Cena, because we got to vindicate that heel turn, one of the biggest heel turns of all time. I would hope isn't going to lead to a loss at WrestleMania, even though a part of me wants to say like Cena can't win the title as a heel. That's John Cena, but no, we got to show everyone that this is the right way to do it. And yeah, with The Rock by his side, I would hope The Rock is the one that helps him out as well. He shows up a little bit at least towards the end and gives Cena the win.
Hey, so what time do we have The Rock showing up in the beginning? Because you know he got to have his grand old
entrance.
Yeah, you have showing up in the beginning, in between matches. What time we got The Rock showing up?
With 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the match.
Yeah, at the end, distract Cody.
How many milliseconds?
For Cena to get him with the AA.
All right, let me pause real quick. Mike, hi, what's up? Okay, so I want to take him off mute.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
All right, what's up, man?
We're gonna run down the matches. Just give us your prediction so you can join in the last match.
Okay.
All right. The Raw Raiders and New Day. Who you have winning?
I'm gonna stick with the War Raiders.
Okay. All right. We got Rey Mysterio versus A Grande Americano.
I'm gonna go with the original Rey Mysterio, but I hope they take off Grande's mask. So we see Chad Gable because that's who I think it is in there.
Hey, you got Grande Americano winning, or
No, he's
No,
at
Rey
Ray.
Mysterio.
He's at Ray.
oh, the Hall of Famer. Oh, okay.
All right.
No, I had to turn the match off when I saw him first popped up. That's no.
We had Jay Cargill versus Naomi.
I think Jay's going to get that one.
Okay. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. For the championship.
That's a tough one because LA Knight's people starting to like him, but I think Fatu's going to get it, and I think he's going to get a little arrogant with that one. But I think Fatu's going to win.
Oh. Okay. We got Tiffy Time versus Ashley Charlotte Flair for the women's title.
It's got to get the queen, Charlotte Flair.
Okay, all right. The men's World Heavyweight Championship, we got Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I really want to see Jay get that. He deserves a title by now. So,
all right, okay, all right. We got night one of the main event. We got Roman versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman versus Seth freaking Rollins. And your reasoning behind your choice for that one.
For this one?
Yeah, your reasoning. Yeah.
That's a hard one because it's like,
Uh-oh.
Even when Punk first came out, I was always a Punk fan. But Roman Reigns is pretty good, and Rollins, he's getting his own thing. But I'm going to probably say Roman Reigns, and the reason is because I think they're going to add some more stuff with the bloodline, so I think he needs to stay on there more because somebody's getting hurt after this match. I think the other two who will lose are probably going to get really injured after this one, and something tells me Paul Heyman is probably going to get either a spear or a Superman punch.
Lexi, you want to do night two?
I like that Paul Heyman prediction.
Night two. So we have. Let me go to my flow chart. I'm sorry. Tag championships: Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus BBL Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
BBL Bailey Park gets me every
BBL
time.
Bailey. Who do you have?
Oh. That's cool. I think Bailey and Lyra might get this one because I really think that somebody's going to interfere with Liv Morgan. Either Dominic's going to try to help but don't, or another tag team, don't know who, but another person might just come up there and try to intervene or something. I really think Lyra and Bailey will win this one.
Okay. Second match we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
I want to stick with AJ. I never really liked Logan Paul, but I think AJ Styles, I think he'll win it.
Okay. So after we have Braun Breaker championship match versus Penta, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio in a fatal 4-way for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Ooh, this one. I'm actually going to go for Penta on this one because he actually has been doing pretty good. But I will say that I do predict that this is probably going to be the beginning of the fall of Judgment Day because Dominic and Finn, I think they're going to team up. Then right when somebody's going to win, they're going to turn on each other or something like that. But I really think Penta's going to grab it.
Okay, so you giving the newbie the championship. Okay.
Yeah, I think he deserves it by now. He's been in a lot of matches, won most of them, and he's been ganged up on and still came out on top for the most part. So I think the Intercontinental Championship will be a good one for him to start with.
Okay. We have. So next one we have is the Sin City Street Fight: Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
I really want Damian Priest to win that one.
Bisexual.
He's really good on the street fights, and Drew McIntyre, he's been getting that rage too much. I think he needs to take a chill pill for a bit. So
crash out, Drew. Drew been crashing out. Okay. And then we have the triple threat for the Women's World Championship: Io Sky champion versus the EST WWE undefeated Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley.
Ooh. So I got two predictions. I either want Io or EST to win, because Io Sky, I think she needs to win because she's only had it for a few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
But EST, I think she needs to win because she's actually really good as a champion.
Okay.
Sorry. Like her promos and stuff are pretty good when she's a champion and everything. So I think she should win it as well. So it's a toss between Io Sky and Bianca.
Valid. And the match that we're currently discussing, which is our main event, Cody Rhodes champion versus John Cena, crash out John Cena, for the undisputed WWE Championship. I have John Cena winning because he needs to win. What do you have?
I want to stay with my Georgia boy. I want to stay with Cody Rhodes. But I do foresee that if Cody wins, The Rock will turn on John Cena and like completely erase him pretty much.
Okay. And then the honorable mention, Randy Orton has no match. So who would Randy face WrestleMania if he's facing anybody?
That's a good one.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. Actually, I think Randy might help John Cena. No, not John Cena. Sorry, might help Cody Rhodes, and I think that might be the reason why Cody Rhodes get wins. Because if Randy doesn't have Kevin Owens to worry about, then he's going to probably help his buddy, his former legacy buddy. So I think, I think Randy Orton will come up there and he'll either do the RKO on John Cena or The Rock. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Which is why I feel like they should turn that championship match into a triple threat. But
did everybody make the decision on the main event?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I said it honestly, but yeah, John Cena all the way. Oh no, I definitely did say it. My bad. Got some other things that I was doing.
Okay. Casso, you said you're winner, right?
Yeah, I said for the greater storytelling, Cena, because you get Cody Lander eventually.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And Casanova Ray says winner, right?
Yes, sir. You know we all root for Cody Lander, and the only way to get it is for Cena to win.
Yeah.
All right. Here goes mine and my reasoning. All right. Cena's winning. I have Cena winning, and not because of everything that y'all said. It's because of what Seth Rollins has been saying. And the same thing Seth Rollins has been saying is the same thing that John Cena has been saying. I think Seth Rollins is number 3 of those fingers of the Rock, or 2, whatever number he's on, is what's best for business. And Seth Rollins is going to cost Cody Rhodes the WWE Championship at WrestleMania because he helped them last year as well, even though they lost the tag team match. Seth Rollins was the shield for Cody. Now he's going to be the authority figure. Shield 2.0. What's best for business 10 years ago, still what's best for business in 2025. And Yeah, he's gonna help John Cena win.
Oh my God! Why did you just do this to my mind?
But everything's still aligned. He still will be aligned with Paul Heyman and everything. But
But
it's best for business.
If that's what's happening, I don't think he's gonna get Paul Heyman.
He still have Paul Heyman.
You get The Rock and Heyman?
Hey, why not?
I agree with Nova. If that happens,
why not though?
Heyman probably sits with Punk. I could definitely see that happening. I actually like it a lot.
Yeah, I actually really like that a lot too.
Or Casanova is right. Punk can still win Saturday, and Seth still could screw the hell out of Cody Rhodes on Sunday. Because remember, Cody Rhodes is undefeated against Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
he's 3-0, right?
I know who the third finger is.
You said what?
I know who the third finger is.
And that third finger could be Randy Orton.
No. Storytelling. Every time Seth sees this person, they always have this mutual evil grin on their faces. He's gonna be at Mania as well.
Oh! Let me go back. Yeah. We still haven't forgot about Austin coming in, probably giving a stunner to Rock. That's where that interference may happen at. It's not Dean Ambrose. We all know Dean Ambrose was
not Dean Ambrose.
It's not Buddy Murphy because he's still with AEW.
All right. I'm gonna give you a hint. He called himself Big D.
Wait, I tuned out for a minute. What was happening?
About Drew?
Yes.
Drew McIntyre?
Oh, yes!
Think about it.
Yes!
The third member?
Think about it.
Yes, because the Rock gave Drew a sword.
Yes.
Remember?
And we have Drew drop. We have Drew losing to Damien. So
that's why. So I know someone said Damien may lose, which I do have him losing because I have Drew winning. But yes.
The Rock and them can't help Drew though because they need that to be a secret until later on.
So that's why Drew loses to Damian Priest.
That's why Drew loses. And
you just be a sidekick to them now.
Yes, but you also got to remember. Remember after Cena turned, Drew said, "If Rock gave me that same offer, I would have accepted in a heartbeat."
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets you Seth.
Casanova, let's go. Let's go, Casanova.
So that's how you get Seth because what's best for business.
Yeah. So now you have Seth, Cena, and Drew.
With The Rock.
And Travis Scott.
Yes.
And John Cena.
Can't forget the henchman, Travis Scott.
I forgot about
be a
Travis
Mania.
Scott.
They say he's going to be there.
Of course
make an
he's gonna
appearance.
be there.
Okay, so that leads me to booking into SummerSlam real quick, right? So we have Money in the Bank, we have Backlash, we have Cena facing Orton at Backlash, we have Cena facing Punk at Money in the Bank.
You have Cena facing Randy at that because Randy's from STL.
Yeah,
is that why? Isn't that home for Randy?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I did see them drop the flyer with the voices. Well,
yeah, with the Viper.
Yeah, the Viper.
Yeah, we have Cena versus Punk.
I saw that
at Money in the Bank.
Wait, isn't that May 10th?
Yep.
That's Mother's Day. That's diabolical. Okay, continue.
No, that's the day before Mother's Day.
When is Mother's Day?
The 11th. Sunday. Right? The 11th.
Oh, okay. I expect all y'all to get me a gift.
Give me a second. Let me look at the schedule. March. All right. I think Cena does a Saturday night event.
So the Saturday night main event.
Yeah, he does that. That will be at Tampa. That's on May 24th. And then he'll go to LA, beat Punk in LA at Money in the Bank. Remember, Punk and Cena had the SummerSlam match in 2012 and 2011 and 2012 at the Staples Center, and Punk is 2-0 there against Cena, but Cena will be winning. Obviously, we can skip Evolution because it's a women's event, and then you have SummerSlam. Who does Cena face at SummerSlam?
First ever 2-night.
2 nights. Who does Cena main event at SummerSlam?
Randy.
Yeah, we said Randy.
SummerSlam? Why not St. Louis at Backlash?
He has to drop the title. He's not going to get the title at Mania to drop the title at Backlash.
He's not dropping the title at Backlash. He's retaining
unless he
it.
loses at Backlash, but he's still facing Randy at SummerSlam and dropping the title to Randy.
Hold on. So this is what I see. I see SummerSlam building up for Survivor Series.
Correct.
And I feel like the only way Survivor Series works, right? It has to, for it to work, it's going to be Team Rock versus
Team Hunter. Yep.
Like it's the only way it works.
That's where I'm going. Yup, correct.
It's the only way it works. It has to be Team Rock because that's what he's building. He's building Team Rock. So if he builds Team Rock, we have to think about who else will be on Team Rock. Because if you're on Team Rock, you're not getting a title shot.
Exactly. It's like what Hunter was. It's like what Hunter was doing with the Authority.
So where does this put Roman?
Roman
Hunter
is Roman is going to be with Hunter because it's kind of like, oh, you're driving.
Is this going to build up to Roman versus The Rock?
It could be. It could. It could.
In New Orleans.
Yes.
It could be.
That's what it's going to get to.
And this is where probably Rock would retire at.
Yeah.
Probably.
And
if this is how the story's gonna go, then yeah.
I feel like Randy, like, he's not gonna go Team Rock again because he already went to the Authority.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And look how that worked out. So now
he trusts Hunter more than he would trust Rock.
Exactly. Like,
so then what? CM Punk would be under Team Hunter?
No, I think he would be the other way.
Really? You think he would go inside with The Rock?
Yes, and this is why I think he goes the other way, because I don't think he goes the other way because he wants to be with The Rock. I think he gets a favor from The Rock for doing it.
Oh, saying I will help you if you do this for me. This one.
Yes, and I think that's how Punk gets back into the Mania picture for the title.
Okay.
For next year.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then Paul Heyman could walk him out. But if you think about that, Rollins and Punk on the same team.
Yeah, and
oh yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because yep. It makes sense. I get it.
Yes.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep. It makes sense now. I get it. Yep. Last year, Survivor Series. Yep.
Yes, it's basically them telling the same, like them long-term storytelling Punk into the main event picture.
Yep.
Wow.
For him to finally, hopefully, close out and WrestleMania,
Yes.
Well, close out night 2.
That's why I think he walks away with the World Heavyweight title at Mania, Punk.
So Roman vanquishes the Final Boss night 1, and Punk wins.
No. Roman will definitely be night 2.
Yeah, Roman's definitely night 2. Roman versus Rock is
that's night 2 because you sending Rock out on his show like Austin, like Rock did to Austin at 19, and we already know Roman's already established star. We already know that, but we all want the cousins to see which one is the better Samoan wrestler, I guess I could say.
The build-up that they had when they wanted Cody to go against Seth, the build-up that they had wasn't that good.
Nope, there was no build-up.
Yeah, the story playing out this way, it gives you a reason to want this fight.
Correct.
So, like, it has to be night 2, and this is why I think that they're going and they're making it known that we're not putting a world title in the main event this year. So next year, when they do it with Rock Roman, we all understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Like, because they went out of their way to force the issue that we're not getting that we're getting a main event that's not the title.
Correct.
So they want us to understand in the future that when this happens, it's okay.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot of wow.
That's
yep.
I love how
yep.
And
I had to get y'all to at least SummerSlam. and he got y'all from SummerSlam to WrestleMania next year.
Keep going.
So on that note,
and nah, this is where The Rock gets inducted probably next year or the year after.
So what? The Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
probably the year after.
Because Hunter, as we all know, Hunter would never put himself in. We all know that.
Yeah.
That's why we have Shawn and
this
Taker.
is the big one, yeah.
Well, that was Sean's call.
Yeah, but the Rock isn't gonna. They can't put the Rock in next year if he's gonna face Roman.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be the year after.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's what I said. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And even then, I still think it's just a little bit too soon. A little bit too soon.
Hey, I think the proper wait time is 6 years. That's just me. Historically,
I agree.
Yeah, for sports, yeah. You think about baseball, you think about football. 6 years. Is that 6 years wait?
Okay.
Look. Guess what? Austin waited 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, whoever's gonna stay up till 1 a.m. to watch the Hall of Fame, y'all let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I gotta watch Hunter's speech, man.
Because I'll be asleep. There's no way I'm making that. But
and when does that happen? That's Friday.
Friday,
right?
yeah, Friday, yeah.
At what time?
It's 1 a.m.
After
It's after SmackDown.
Remember,
SmackDown ends at 11 Eastern. There's an hour gap for commentary, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. It starts at 1 a.m. which is with 10 p.m. Vegas time, 1 a.m. Eastern, which is diabolical.
Yeah, that's insane.
I still don't understand why they don't put the Hall of Fame on a separate day of
like they used to.
Or they
tonight would have been
the Hall of Fame first. Yeah, tonight could have been perfect.
Or Thursday. Or Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either one. Yeah, it would have been perfect for the Hall of Fame. I don't understand this whole doing it after SmackDown. It's ridiculous.
Don't that other company doesn't that other company have a show tonight?
They do,
oh yeah.
Back to back shows.
Oh no, it is tonight
and tomorrow.
Yeah. But so me just marketing, right?
Yeah.
You want to steal business? Put the Hall of Fame on a day.
Yep.
I don't get why I don't get. And mind you, everybody who's flying out flew out
Tuesday,
because you don't want to deal with the Vegas traffic tomorrow and Thursday and trying to get checked in. You're definitely not flying in on Friday.
Yeah.
So why should you not just do it
Wednesday?
No, Thursday.
Because remember, you still got NXT on Tuesday. Give them like a day break to get situated, whatever. Flying Wednesday, do it Thursday.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that made sense. I don't understand.
I get it in reference of like not renting another space and
but they did rent another space.
I know.
You're, like
it's just crazy.
Either way you booked the space for that day, you could have just booked the space for a different day.
Correct. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And don't sleep on NXT. I think their thing is Saturday as well.
Yeah,
Saturday, it's always like that though, because it was like that last year. It's Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Isn't they one of these shows is like 9 o'clock in the morning?
They moved it up. Yes, wow, it's like 9
Diabolical.
o'clock.
That means
I gotta watch it though, because
I'm
that
watching
triple
it. I
threat
watched
match.
it last year.
Triple threat match for
Yeah,
the
I gotta see that.
championship.
Yeah, I gotta see that match. I gotta see that match. Man, they was cooking. They was cooking yesterday.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
They was cooking yesterday.
Yo, Javon Evans, that boy, he's like that YN. He's like the YN of the show. He's like, okay, bruh. Okay, big bruh. You talking too much right now.
I gotta say one thing. I'm looking for Living Color's performance at WrestleMania.
Was
again.
that confirmed, or y'all was just saying?
I
just speculating.
They're in Las Vegas. They're in Las Vegas. Come on now.
The only entrance I can say I'm really looking for, Bianca does a big one.
Yeah, she does a big one too. Yup.
Looking forward to
And
it.
Roman too. His last two has been great.
But I don't have time for Roman taking 20 minutes to walk to the ring. Okay.
Yo, you know, they said that in Undertaker's WrestleMania appearances, he took almost 2 hours in his entrances alone. And then Hunter comes in just like almost under 2 hours.
Yeah, Roman. The fastest we seen Roman walk to the ring was probably
the other day.
The other day. No posing, no nothing.
No
he
Paul,
walked
no
so
Ulo
fast
follow,
to
no
the ring,
nothing.
they didn't even hit his pyro. They didn't do. By the time he got to the ring, was usually when he's at the ramp.
Correct.
Once to the sky, he was already in the ring.
Yeah,
grabbing the mic. Like that's the fastest I've ever seen him walk in like 6 years.
But that was good because it puts you like it gives you it's good storytelling.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't come out and be him normal self. He has to be agitated. He has to be frustrated. So like he has to be outside of himself.
Yeah.
Again, so where who would come out first? Well, Seth will come out first.
Punk has to go last.
Punk is gonna go last if he's gonna have the performance.
No, Punk is gonna go last.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily because as Punk last WrestleMania, he went out first with Living Color before Undertaker came out.
Yeah, but I think he goes last because this time he has Heyman, and
Heyman was with him at 29.
I know, but this time, yes, the favor has to come last.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. Yep.
Seth goes first. Roman takes 45 minutes second.
And then you have Living Color. Yeah.
And his
or it depends.
No.
It really depends.
It would only make sense for it to go that. It would only make sense.
Wait, now that I think about it, no, he has to go first.
Because of the performance?
Yes. And this is why, because you have to move these other guys, you have to move these guys out the way.
I mean, they could also move them out the way while they're doing the introductions in the ring too. So it makes
No. What I'm saying is well, not first, last. He has to go last because they're setting them up. They're setting them up. Like you get Seth first, you get Roman taking his time because those two entrances, this crowd got to sing for Seth, and then Roman is gonna take an hour, right? And that's when you're setting up the band.
For the band.
I don't know if Roman's gonna take this.
And while they're doing the introductions, they switch the band off. Yes.
Roman may not take this long because he's on a mission.
Unless Roman's coming out in the middle, unless he's coming out in the middle of the ring like Undertaker did at 33, because Undertaker did not walk. He did not walk the whole entire football field at WrestleMania 33. He came out in the middle he came out in the middle.
He's walking.
Because think about it, Roman, he's not gonna wear the Ula Fala. None of that's gonna happen. He's gonna be.
Yes, he is. What you mean?
He got his Ula Fala back.
He hasn't been wearing it whatsoever.
Yeah, but he got away from WrestleMania. It's Mania.
It's Mania, man.
He has to wear it because it makes everything him and Solo went through voided. Like, why did y'all go through that?
Why did y'all go through it if you're not going to wear it?
Well, he's coming out by himself, though. That's the thing.
So we think.
That doesn't mean he's not still a tribal chief, though.
True.
All right. With that being said.
Yeah.
Y'all are
We-
sensational per usual.
I'm definitely gonna have Soup Dog there.
We,
Uh,
at this point, plug him in
I
a
ain't
ball.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of him.
Well,
Yeah,
it don't make
I
don't.
agree.
Okay, whatever.
You lost me a couple months ago.
He been lost. He lost me
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
2 minutes
He's
ago.
just a little generous.
But with that being said, you guys are awesome per usual. Have a safe, happy, and healthy Mania weekend / Easter / 420 /
Yeah.
Resurrection.
I got a question for you guys while we're on here and we're chatting. Everybody's watching Mania as it's happening, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Live.
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure so
Oh,
this way,
live.
yes, I just wanted to make sure so this way when I send updates, yeah, don't be like no spoilers because hey,
I
listen,
would hope for whoever is not watching it, that's not listening, mute your chat, mute your
yeah,
phone.
because
It wouldn't make no
I'm
sense because it's gonna be all over social media anyway. You might as
Yeah,
well.
you can't avoid it.
You're, this is one thing we can't avoid.
Yes.
Spoilers
This
with.
is what I was saying.
Oh.
I was gonna say that same thing. Like, hey, listen, you might as well mute your chat because if like I'm going to be sending updates. Like, oh my God, did y'all see that?
That part.
When we call it. Gotta point out everything that we got right.
Yeah. Oh, also before we hang up, I do want to say to you guys, now that it's WrestleMania season, right? After WrestleMania, I kind of want to do something with you guys. I want to, like when we make these predictions, I kind of want to keep track of them.
Okay.
And
Why taking notes?
I know, but I want us to have an actual track of it. So this way, like we could see like who really, like who really be on point.
Oh, because last year I was A1 day one. I think I only got like 2 wrong last year. All right,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
please send me your notes so
Like-
I can put it into a flow chart.
No, not. I'm talking about for
the future. Okay, cool.
For the new year moving forward, for the new wrestling year moving forward.
Yeah, because wrestling ends on Sunday.
All right.
Yeah,
Super Bowl
like the wrestling year ends on Sunday. So after that,
We'll start Monday Night Raw and going forward.
Yeah, we're gonna call when we do the pay-per-views and we do this podcast and it's like, hey, we here. Let's do that. So this way we see who get bragging rights.
Hey, maybe at the next year we should have a belt for the winner. The most.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hey,
like I do for my football team, right?
Hey, I'm down. I'm down. Like
I'll wrestling fantasy league.
Yes.
Why not?
Drop a little penny.
Hey, listen, I'll put in some money for a belt for the winner.
Me too. I'm down for that too.
Yeah,
that's fun.
And, and the winner gets the belt that they choose.
Yep,
that'd be I'd be down.
Or the IC belt. Ooh, I gotta actually get some title belts.
I know I gotta get a belt.
IC title from the past.
I gotta get a belt
for
SummerSlam. I need one for SummerSlam.
I'm not carrying a thing to SummerSlam besides
I'm carrying the undisputed.
I am not carrying another title ever to wrestling for pay-per-view event ever again.
It's cool to take
that belt was
pictures
heavy.
with, but I'm not carrying.
Nah. It's just not at the WrestleMania 35. Never again. I'm good. I learned my lesson.
Not your time.
No.
Had your time in the spotlight with the title.
No. I'm all right. All right. So we're gonna wrap up. Who wants to? I'll go last. Because I'm a princess.
Or you should go first.
Wow. All right. Well, now I'm going first. I want to go first. And since I had already started. So we'll regroup after. I hope everyone has a great and safe weekend. It is your lovely host, Alexis. Checking out. You can follow me on Instagram at I don't know why I paused. At Dark Chocola, CHOKOLA __. And I'll tap back in with you guys.
You can follow me at Brand New Clyde. That's BRANDNUCLYDE. The podcast, CA Media Podcast, as it's spelled, CA Media Podcast. Law Dweez at Law AWD _ Dweez DWEZ. And who else? But I know I can't think of her name, Dara's thing right now. I'm looking at it. But y'all can go ahead. I'll say it.
Yeah, it's been real. AOAZINO for me, Jack Franzino. Cash y'all around. It's been a pleasure talking. Getting these ideas flowing, opening my eyes to these endless possibilities.
You're waking up from the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Costume Jackson. You can follow me at Simicus83, SIMICUS83.
Mike, you want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Michael, you can follow me at Michael.Icapellis, IACOPELLI. Y'all have a good one.
You can follow Dara at DTSW81 on Instagram.
And as always, it's your boy Casanova, Mr. AKA Mr. Make Things Go Boom. You can follow me on IG at _CORKKENT. Yada mean.
Yeet.
I think everyone's in agreement with one thing. Jey Uso's winning at WrestleMania.
Yeetamania.
Yeetamania. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the CA Media Podcast. The show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I am Clyde Anderson. If you want to be a guest on this podcast, feel free to email at camediapodcast@gmail.com. I would personally will do a couple of my instant reactions right after Saturday and Sunday's events, and then we'll come together as a group on Tuesday. If you want to join Saturday, Sunday, let me know. I'll be in my hotel room trying to watch this.
I will be there. I will be there.
To those who are attending WrestleMania, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Please have fun.
Be safe. Don't get killed.
Yes, be safe. Yes. Please
Be safe. Yo, as always, much love to you guys. See you guys next time around.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yep.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I'm your host, Clyde Anderson. To be a sponsor on the show or even to be a guest host, you can email me at ClydeAndersonMedia@gmail.com. To find more selections of this podcast, you can search us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Pandora. Furthermore, you can give us 5 stars, rate us, review us, follow us. In reference to our social media, you can follow me and on the podcast at CA Media __ on X, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Thank you for listening to the CA Media